And the ensuing kickoff is returned by Academy. Got a big open lane past the 50-yard line. Great return there made from the Bumblebees. That was Javon White setting the Academy Bumblebees in very good field position in opposing territory, already faced with a little bit of adversity here in their first drive of the season are the Connley Cadets defense.
Now we get to see what this defense can do. You got to be careful in your special teams. That's super important, and a lot of times teams will overlook that. But we're going to look for Hancock to see what he can do. You know, that Connley Cadet defensive lineman Daniel Hancock, he was one of my guys to look for a lot last season. Let's see what he's going to be doing on that defensive line this year.
Yeah, Daniel Hancock, one of 3 starting offensive linemen as well, returning for this Connley Cadet team. Big run up the middle. Powerful runners. Coach Terry Garrick was talking about how his defense may not be the biggest guys, but they definitely will have more speed sideline to sideline. But that is a big-time run from a big-time player, Jacob Chafin, who not only plays running back on offense, but is the defensive lineman.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's a big guy, but Devarion Campbell met him. They met with bad intentions on that play. That was a good tackle by him.
Tall wide receivers, a lot of size on this offense, and another run up the middle. This is Brian Grissom, the senior running back, and he is met just for about a couple yards on the play. That'll set up 3rd and short. But Academy ahead of the chains. They've got 2 downs essentially here to get 2 yards.
The Connley defense, it's flowing, but it's almost like they're half a step late. They gotta pick it up a little bit and meet them in the hole just a little bit quicker and hold on, because they're swarming, but they got to get there a little quicker.
Yeah, this is a big offensive line. Definitely have the size advantage. Do the Academy Bumblebees. How does Connley respond? Another run up the middle, and it is a big gain. Brian Grissom still trucking along down inside the 20-yard line for a big gain, and that'll set up the Academy Bumblebees inside the red zone of the Connley Cadets just 3 plays later after the good return to set this drive up.
Grissom is a hard runner. He's coming at you like he runs downhill. So what these cadets going to have to do, you got to get him before he gets a head of steam going. You got to get some penetration, and you got to get him before he starts, really getting his tank moving. That guy's coming, and he's running hard.
7 minutes remaining in this first quarter of play. 7-0 lead for Connley. However, Academy knocking on the door. Another run by Grissom, trying to strip the ball away from him. And they finally get him down after a gain of about 3, set up at the 15-yard line. A couple of substitutions on the line here for both teams, and that is one rule to be aware of. If they're in no huddle, you can't sub on defense unless the offense subs. Once the offense subs, then you can rotate your guys in and get some fresh legs out there. Now, both teams ready to go. This is Brody Allen at quarterback. He's got Peyton Wilson at running back. He hands it off to Wilson. Wilson is met at the line. Maybe gets 2 or 3 on the carry. And that was a solid play made by Jalen Davis, the senior linebacker.
That offensive line for Academy is just, it's almost like they're running like a zone type of thing. They're just getting in the way, and these backs are just finding just a little bit of a crease, and they're hitting it hard and fast. Connley's going to have to do something to kind of fill those gaps. Otherwise, they're going to keep doing this all night.
And Ty Kuhn taking over as head coach in his 3rd year. Coach Terry Garrett now in year 5 here at the Connley Cadets, believe it or not. And Brody Allen with a design rollout into the end zone, toe tap. That's a touchdown. What a catch made by Vincent Williams right in the front corner of the end zone. And the Academy Bees are on the board.
After running the ball as much as they did, and then to just come up with that little play in the corner of the end zone, that was actually great coaching by the Academy Bumblebees. You got to give the coach credit for that.
Little play action pass rollout. Got Brody Allen in space, and he delivered an absolute dart to the front corner of the end zone to William. Extra point is up, and it floats through the uprights, and it is a tied game with 5:21 remaining in the first quarter of play. It's all tied up, 7 apiece.
These Bumblebees aren't going away.
That's another Cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
A little fair catch after the pooch kick to Katie Linville. And now the Connley offense back out on the field. This is going to be a great game. These are two heavily returning rosters that are going to now be veteran-led. A season ago, they were in the process of developing their rosters. They had sophomore, juniors. Now all those sophomore, juniors are now juniors and seniors. And you're seeing it on the field. After their first 2 possessions offensively, both offenses went down the field, got touchdowns, tied ball game, 7 apiece, and here come the Connley Cadets to see how they respond.
They're moving it.
Kaufman takes the snap, and it's a RPO screen to the outside, and a holding penalty is going to bring this one back after a first down gain. That was to C.J. Evans on the outside, but I don't believe that is going to hold up.
Yeah, it looks like he may have just got his hands on the outside of his shoulders. If you're going to block, you got to keep the hands inside. Sometimes you can get away with a little bit of a tug, but if you get outside on those TV numbers, which are on the shoulders badge, they're going to call it every time.
So that'll push the Connley Cadets after their 3rd penalty on offense.
Wow.
2 on the first opening possession, and now here to start the second drive of the game. Now, it is a spot foul, and it'll only be 1st and 15, but still moving in the wrong direction. Spread formation, 4 wide receivers with 1 running back in the backfield. Kaufman back to pass. He scrambles in the pocket and now extending the play. He's going to take off and run it himself. Another flag and a late hit from the linebacker. No flag thrown there. And just because you called a flag earlier in the play, if you're going to allow that play to continue, that doesn't mean you don't throw any flags following. So a holding penalty against the Connley Cadets. And it was almost as though the referee threw the flag, assumed that the play was over. There was a late hit from Ty Kuhn that should have negated that
should
penalty.
offset. That should offset.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a penalty on both sides there. That should offset. You replay the down because that was still an infraction against the Connley Cadet player there.
Yeah, if I was Coach Terry Garrick, I wouldn't be as calm on the sideline as he appears to be. But they are going to mark it off as a holding penalty against the Connley Cadets. Now, if you blow the play dead, it's a completely different thing.
Exactly. But the player continued to play. It's almost like a after the play penalty type of thing. But you at least negate that.
But now 1st and about 25 for the Connley Cadets, and back to pass. And a deep ball from Kaufman into double coverage.
Wow! Are you kidding me?
Katie Linville.
Are you kidding me?
Defenders.
Are you kidding me?
To the end zone. K.D. Linville. Bam! That's a bam building touchdown for the Connley Cadets.
In double coverage. That's what you can do when you've got Katie Linville on one side and you've got Jamari and Vincent on the other side. You can't really double cover. He ran into the safety and still made the catch and outran both players to get to the end zone. That's the kind of player that you need with the offense that this Connley Cadet team runs.
That was an 85-yard touchdown pass from Kaufman to Katie Linville following 2 penalties against the offense. Now going for 2 here on a swinging gate play. Jam Vincent looking for room, trying to get to the corner. Jam Vincent going to try to reverse field yet again, and he is finally brought down. The 2-point conversion will fail, and the score will remain 7-13 with 4:29 remaining. Connley Cadets offense off and rolling with some big passing plays, something we haven't said in a couple of years. This is a new look for the Connley Cadets. We'll be right back.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Now, Katie Linville is a player that you and we've seen kind of maturate over the last couple of years. He came in, started his freshman season. The passing game just wasn't there. It's very run-heavy. You had Kiefer Sibley. You had Jam Vincent running the offense at running back and quarterback, and here's the kickoff. And this is going to go to Williams, who just scored the touchdown on the ensuing possession. And Williams is now inside Connley territory yet again. So special teams already playing a huge role, setting up the Academy Bumblebees back-to-back drives inside Connley territory.
Not sure what's going on with the special teams, especially the kickoff team. But like you said, that's twice they've given these guys that extra yardage. You've got to get that figured out and give them a longer field to start from, because if you don't, it's going to be a long night for the Connley defense.
Well, Connley's leading this game. However, it has not been the most perfect outing here in the first quarter of the opening game for the season. However, I want to go back to Katie Linville's production and his development. It looks like this Connley team has now got a quarterback to give him the ball on the outside.
Exactly. And if they can continue to do that, it's just, the sky's the limit for that young man.
So a dual quarterback situation going on. Tyler Hoffman along with Brody Allen. Brody Allen took that first possession. We now have senior Tyler Hoffman at quarterback for the Academy Bumblebees. He takes it upon himself on the read option. He keeps it and gets a first down. So I'm curious now if we're going to see a alternating quarterback each drive. You got Allen on one drive, and then you've got Hoffman coming in on the next.
You've got week one here. Maybe the coach just wasn't sure. He wanted to give each quarterback, the opportunity to drive, and he's going to see which one is clicking. Sometimes, you need to do that to see what's working best for your team.
Grissom gets the handoff and just dragging defenders, but a nice play made by number 59, Roy Hitt, the returning senior on that defensive line at the defensive tackle spot, was one of the first ones there.
That defense, they're getting there. I think what they need to do, though, is get back into the group tackling type of thing. Because these running backs for Academy, there's some big, good-sized boys. You got defensive linemen that are running the ball here. And then when they get it, they're running downhill. So you got to hit them and you got to stick.
Peyton Wilson at running back, 3 wide receiver set, and some movement on that far side of the line from the left tackle. He gets a head tap from his left guard, and that'll be a false start that sets Academy back behind the chains. Now, something Academy cannot afford to do offensively is get behind the chains.
No, they really can't.
They're not a team that wants to. They're a team that wants to have third and short situations.
In the third and shorts and third and manageables, they've got the size. They've got these bigger backs that can get those yards, but I don't see them getting outside with a lot of speed to pick up the big yards. So you're right. They need to keep it manageable.
Couple of motions there, and now here's Williams on the outside. He gets a jet sweep toss, and he is tackled from the back of his ankles, and he is finally brought down after a gain of about 20 on the play, just shorter. And they'll be lined up at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 just on the outside of the red zone. And they can still get another first down here as their offense rolling.
That's exactly what you would call a shoestring tackle. That was a little bit of a trickeration. They've been running right at Connley, trying to hit those holes, not trying to get outside, and then they come with that little pitch sweep, and boom,
maybe
it's
that's the
opened up.
speed that you were alluding
Yeah.
to earlier.
Yeah.
They get it from their wide receivers. Another run up the middle, this time from Peyton Wilson. And Wilson good for about 5 yards. So right now, this Connally Cadet defense on their heels, especially in the run game.
Well, here's where they get tricky. If you notice, this academy offense has been kind of running between the tackles, and every now and then they'll pop something outside, either with a quick pitch or some kind of a play action where they toss the ball to the corners. Right here is where they're in their sweet zone, and they've actually been really good at this so far in the game.
Well, we've got an injured player out there on the field getting attended to by the training staff. We're going to go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
All right, following the injury, able to walk off on his own power with a little help from the training staff. We are back in action, and it is Tyler Hoffman with the quarterback keeper, but he is brought down hard by Adrian Hernandez at the linebacker spot. Great play there and great recognition from the senior.
Connley's got to be careful here because this is usually where, like I was saying earlier, where the academy team, they come up with a little trickeration. That's the word that I invented. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, I'm glad you invented that one. You got it trademarked?
Yeah. But, this is where they'll run some type of a play action or some type of a quick sweep. And it's early in the season, but they got him on it earlier. They've got it on it to get a first down and long. So they got to be careful and make sure that they're playing and reading their keys.
Just under a minute and a half and 4 seconds on the play clock. 2-1 gets the snap off, and here's Hoffman avoiding pressure on the outside, and it is knocked down at the line. An incomplete pass. What a play made by number 19, Devarian Campbell, a guy you've already shouted out.
Campbell's playing tonight. Campbell is on his game. That's another one of those seniors that has, played and sat there and put his time in, and he knows what it takes to be a championship football team, and he's out there trying to, show it instead of talk about it.
67 seconds remaining in this first quarter of play. Now, does Academy go for the field goal here? Looks like the offense might still be out on the field. They've got 3 wide receivers. They've got Grissom at running back, and they've got Hoffman at the quarterback spot.
Watch Grissom.
And a timeout called by Academy. They want to talk it over just a little bit more with Tycoon in the quarterback. We'll be right back with a big 4th down when we come back. And the fourth down is going to be good for a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. Play called a touchdown, roughing the passer on the defense. Penalty will be declined, and the Academy Bees tie this thing up 13 apiece.
If you continue to run right at a team, they're going to eventually bow their necks and get ready. But what Academy did right there was they overloaded the right side, and they just leaked the running back out to the to the left side over there, O'Brien Grissom, and he was wide open, just kind of floating by himself over there. Like I said earlier, that's just really good play calling by the Academy Bumblebee offensive coordinators.
And now trying to take the lead here. Reminder that the Connley Cadets went for 2, failed the conversion, and the Bumblebees take a 1-point advantage over the Connley Cadets, 14-13 here with a minute remaining in the first quarter of play.
Everything we do for you. Score a touchdown with your next vehicle at First Central Credit Union. Auto financing is a game-winning play. With fast approvals, complete coverage, and competitive rates, we're your MVP for financing. Our flexible terms are the playbook full of winning strategies. You're set for success with our quick online application at firstcentralcu.com. Easily drive away with the funds you need. Everything we do for you.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply.
Roughing the kicker on the PAT has now resulted in a little pooch kick here to C.J. Evans, and he's going to get tackled inside the 20-yard line. So the field position battle now being won by the Academy Bumblebees following that penalty on the ensuing possession for Academy against Connley. Set up the kickoff to be at the Connley's own 45-yard line. So just a little pooch kick at the 10. And C.J. Evans couldn't make much more out of it. And now another flag.
Right now, that's the one element, that and just not being in position. But that's one of the biggest elements that's really hurt the Connley Cadets is their special teams. I mean, they've given up a lot of extra yards, in my opinion, on the kickoffs, and then not being in the right position on certain plays and down in distance. You gotta know kind of what to expect, and if you play your cues, you need to be there when the play goes into effect.
So still a discussion down here, and it looks like Academy is getting pushed back a little bit. So it might be, it's going to go against the kicking team.
Yeah.
Personal foul. So a 15-yarder tacked on what otherwise would have been good coverage from the Bumblebees will now be negated with a penalty, and Connley setting up in decent field position. So got away with a little something there, and they'll mark it at the 29-yard line. Again, Coach Terry Garrett, 5th year. He's got 2 district titles, looking for a 3rd this year. Last year finished 3rd in the district. Had to go against Belleville in the first round at Bryan.
Not a bad record, but I know Garrett, I know the guy, and I know he's looking.
His standards are higher than
There you go.
And a run up the middle to Braden Ford, and the defense of the Bumblebees, the veteran defense, sniffing that one out. And that might, we get enough play time for about another play or two before the end of this first quarter. Under a minute to play.
It looks like they were in the huddle on that play. When the ball was handed to Ford, there was a defensive lineman just sitting in his lap. You got to be able to get a little bit of a push or at least some sort of a screen, get in the way.
An offensive line substitution on second down doesn't happen very often. Now you only got 5 seconds on the play clock. Got to get it off. Does. And now Hoffman waiting. Hoffman extending the pocket, running. getting pressured, and he throws it to the sideline. Incomplete. 4 seconds remain in the first quarter of play. 3rd down and long coming up for the Connley Cadets. However, I'll be honest with you, this might be where Connley wants the defense because they've had most of their success tonight.
Yeah.
3rd and 4th and long situations.
They really have. I'd like to see Hoffman roll more towards Vincent's side. I know, the quarterback's not looking unless it's a designed roll for the pocket. But I'd like to see him be pressured more towards Vincent's side because Vincent is a guy that you can toss it up to, and he'll go get it.
Yeah, whenever you're getting pressured by a 6'5" angry defensive lineman, I don't know if that goes through your head.
You just run.
Yeah, you're just running for your life at that
And
point.
nice
Jam Vincent, and Jam Vincent brought down again. 3rd and long situations. The Connley Cadets have been absolute money.
Tanner, you called it. You called it. When they get deep in the pocket like that, and when they get behind the chains, they got to go to. Let's throw it to Jam or throw it to KD.
A 40-yard passing play from 29 to 31-yard line, and that is going to end the first quarter of play. The Connley Cadets trailing 13-14, and we've got a fun one. Don't go anywhere.
That's another cadet touchdown. Brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena. These beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices. All from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco. Building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Member NCUA.
Premier ER and Urgent Care is the place to go when you're unsure where to go. Open 24/7. No appointment necessary. Check in online and just walk in. Visit premier.care to learn more. All the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER. Premier ER and Urgent Care has everything you need, all under one roof. From allergies to appendicitis, we have you covered. Urgent Care billing is available from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week, and our ER is open 24/7. Save time during your visit and check in online before hitting over. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
We're coming back after the first play of the second quarter. It was an end-around wide receiver pass to Jam Vincent, which two-year quarterback for the varsity, and he had Katie Linville standing alone in the end zone, and Jam Vincent underthrows it and just couldn't get it to him.
By himself. He was so wide open. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know, but that play was there. They might want to look at
for whatever reason, he seemed to rush it and didn't set his feet or anything, which he had plenty of time to do. 2nd and 10 now, and it is Braden Ford on the outside, and he is stuck immediately, stonewalled by Peyton Wilson at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. If anything, lost a yard, and here comes another 3rd and long.
That defensive line for the Academy Bumblebees is, right now I'd have to say they're winning the line of scrimmage. They are holding up. Early on in the game, it was kind of even, but right now they're holding that line of scrimmage up, and Ford has nowhere to go.
Connley's biggest advantage so far in this game has been on the wide receivers against Academy's corners.
Exactly.
It's been a huge advantage, whether it be Katie Linville or Jam Vincent. Let's see what Caden Kaufman has up his sleeve here right now. And a jet sweep bobbled by Jam Vincent. Now he's running for his life, and he is switching sides of the field, and he gets pushed out of bounds, losing about 4 yards after trying to make something out of nothing. And here comes 4th and about 14 coming up. I'm curious here. You've got to go for it.
You're in no man's
land unless you're going to pooch kick it and trying to pit him back.
Well, I won't say that anymore because I called pooch kick on the first one, and they scored a touchdown.
They sure did.
So we'll see what they've got planned here. But, why not go for it again? That end around was wide open. I don't know. Maybe you try that one again.
I think Coach Garrett may be trying to get a little bit too fancy, outsmarting himself with the play calls here on this first drive of the second quarter.
I don't know,
And
Tanner,
a quick timeout.
if it's so much of the play calling or if it's just the execution, because the plays have been there.
I'll give you that one because I think it's a good point to make. The play calls have actually worked.
Yeah,
the
they've
player
been there.
execution on the
They're
field
just not executing.
hasn't necessarily worked out.
You get those plays in week 3, week 4, week 5, and they're touchdowns or they're going for big plays. But right now, I guess I don't know, first game nerves or whatever. But we were talking about how many seniors we see out here for both of these teams. So at this point in the game, after the first contact, hey, you're just playing football. And all these kids have experience. You don't see any freshmen or sophomores out there.
And let's take a look around the district, brought to you by First Central Credit Union. The China Spring Cougars up 21-14 over the Franklin Lions with about 7 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lorena Leopards tied 14 apiece against Austin Regents. You've got Robinson leading West Trojans 21-7, 21 seconds until halftime over there. And then the Gatesville Hornets leading the Taylor Ducks 21-0.
Quack, quack.
Fourth down coming up for the Connley Cadets.
I see KD in the end zone on this one.
And a blitz from the edge. It's Wilson, and now Kaufman steps up in the pocket. He throws a jump ball, and it is intercepted. Essentially a punt in the back, pinned him down in the 5-yard line, but it will be an interception, the first turnover of the season for the Connley Cadet offense. And it comes on 4th and 14, which essentially sets up like a pooch punt, but you don't want that interception on the old stat sheet.
You don't want it on the stat sheet, but you know what? If you got to get one, that's the one you want. That's the one you want. You got them back. You got them inside the 5, right around the 5-yard line. Now you got to get your defense to get them off the field, give you another opportunity to get the ball, keep them on the plus side of the field.
Quick spin zone. This is the best field position the defense has had to start off with on a drive all game long.
That is a quick spin, and you're right.
1st and 10. Ball at about the 6-yard line. Backed up against their own end zone. It's the Academy Bumblebees with a big run by Grissom. And now Grissom just bowling over defenders. And Grissom down after about a 15-yard gain. And that'll be a first down for Academy, getting a big gain from the big runner.
You know what? I tell you what, when you get a defensive lineman the opportunity to run with the football, they don't want to go down. They're used to tackling people, and they say, you know what? You're easy to tackle. Watch this. So Grissom has really just shown he's pretty much been a man among boys tonight. He's running the ball downhill every single time he gets the ball, and it takes more than one player to get him on the ground.
Can I make a comparison real quick?
I know you're going to say Scatterboo.
I was going to say Mike Allstott.
Oh, there's another
Going
one.
way back. Tampa Bay Buccaneers back in the early 2000s.
He did go back.
He's got the neck roll. He's got the crop top. I mean, the dude is just a monster out there. Just a whole pile. It looks like a rugby scrum every time he goes down. And a flag here late after the play is over.
Looked like there was a little bit of acting going on in there. I don't know if that's going to be against them or us. There's a little extracurricular going on. These teams are, they remember last year's game, and they've both of them, felt like it should have gone better than what it did.
Personal foul against the Connley Cadets. That's going to set up an automatic first down for the Academy Bees, unless they have offsetting penalties now pointing the other way. So the official making the mistake of pointing towards Connley will actually now redirect it against the Academy Bumblebees, and that will push the Bumblebees back 15 yards.
I saw Wesley Turner. Looks like he got pushed down after the play, but there was some extracurricular going on before the whistle blew. So I don't know if he added that in there or if it was actually he was the one that caused it.
Time running about 2 minutes off of the clock here in the second quarter of play. We're at the 10-minute mark. And now the officials, after starting the clock, are now reconvening.
If you look at the differences in these two teams, it looks like Academy wants to be more of a power team and Connley wants to be more of a spread team, but neither one of them have actually completely given in to that. Connley needs to spread this thing out and move the ball a little bit more and spread it out because they've got players all over the field, whereas Academy can't man up with that. So what they need to do is just kind of keep everybody tight and run right at Connley.
The chain gang is absolutely confused right now. They have no idea where they want to be, where they're supposed to be. They keep moving up and down the sideline. The officials are trying to figure it out with them. So we're going to mark it 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line, and we're just going to roll with it. That's according to the chain gang. All right. And now here's a run to Wilson on the outside, and he is slammed down. Adrian Hernandez, the senior linebacker. I've been impressed with the linebackers at the point of attack. Once they identify the run, they're there in a hurry.
They are. They've got that's the one thing that Connley has. They've always had. If they're quick, they've got speed. They can get to the point of attack. Now, can they get them to the ground? That's the thing where they've got to have the gang tackle sometimes. But they are really good at recognizing where the play is and getting there to make the play.
Academy up 14-13 here in the second quarter of play. It was a failed two-point conversion from Connally that gave them the 13 points. And now another run, just swarm tackle. The entire defense trying to get a tackle on the running back, power running game. And after a gain of about 4, finally gets him down, sets up third.
Now here's what they've got. They've got to be careful of the play action. Hopefully the coaches are telling them that. They've got to play sound gap defense. Because right here is where they've been getting the cadets, where they'll sucker them in with the running tight, and then they'll pop out with some kind of a pitch around the side or play action where they're tossing it off to the corner or down the middle, and they're getting, big gains.
And that's why you've got to have success running the ball to establish the play action, to establish those types of gadget-type plays, especially on the money downs on third. They've got 1 second to get the snap off. They will not, but a timeout called by Coach Ty Kuhn, and that'll go against the Academy Bumblebees. We'll be right back. Bees leading this one early.
Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the team physicians for Baylor Athletics, specializing in diagnosing and treatment of any and all sport-related injuries. Celebrating over 2 decades of service to Central Texas, they tackle all surgical and non-surgical problems that arise from an active lifestyle. Trust the doctors that Baylor trusts. And when injuries sideline you, don't wait for Monday. Join us at 8:30 on Saturday morning for a post-game injury evaluation clinic. Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We get you back in the game.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
Third down, 4 wide receivers, 1 running back in the back, and it is Brody Allen on the designed rollout, holding penalty, flag thrown. This one's coming back, but I think it's going to be declined by Coach Terry Garrick. However, in a situation like this, if you don't decline it and it's 4th and 3, whatever it is, Academy's liable to go for it on 4th and 3 and get it.
They are. They really are.
So is it better to accept the penalty on 3rd down and make it a 3rd and 15?
I'm pushing them back.
Yeah.
If it's me, I'm pushing them back.
They are declining the penalty, and so it will set up 4th and about 5 here. I think Brody Allen back to the line of scrimmage, but it looks like the Academy Bumblebees bringing out the punt team. First time we've seen a punt team this game.
I was going to say, looking at the field position, they've got them deep. Academy knows that because they were starting on the positive side of the field the last few possessions. Right now, I think they kind of know, hey, let's not risk it. Let's get the ball away. But you also got to look for the trickeration. They also understand that if they can get this Connally Cadet team off balance, they've got an advantage there.
Trademarked by Datron Brown, by the way.
There you go. Trickeration.
And here is the rugby-style punt. Finally gets it off. Brody Allen does to Jam Vincent. A nice punt. Returned at the 30. Jam Vincent trying to make a move, getting past one defender. Would-be tackler out right before the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39. And here come the Connally Cadet offense. After failing to get points, ending in an interception inside the 10-yard line from Caden Kaufman, his first INT of the season. They'll try to come back and get points on the board here to retake the lead they once established in the first quarter.
You know, I like the fact of seeing Jam Vincent now not being the quarterback, not having to have all that mental in his mind, being able to receive punts and kicks and get the ball out in space. I think that's going to help him to do more things and just be a little bit more effective as a runner.
8-minute mark here in the second quarter. It's Braden Ford cutting up the middle of the field on the outside run, and he tripped, and he felt like he probably could have gotten a little bit more, but an 8-yard gain, hard to complain about.
I was about to say, that's a good 8-yard run by Ford. I mean, Ford's getting the ball. I love the way that kid runs. I mean, last year, he was like a bell cow for them. When things started to kind of slow down for them, you give it to Ford, and Ford would get you what you need. He runs downhill. He's a hard-running kid.
Perfect drive to establish the run game here and take control of the tempo that has gotten a little bit away from you if you're the Connley Cadet. Another run by the senior running back, Braden Ford, and he is about an inch short. And if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you're tush pushing this.
You're tush pushing it. But here's what you do. I mean, this is third and very, very good. You got 2 downs to get a yard or less.
Less than.
So you just go ahead and you just keep giving it to Ford or whoever you need to give it to. There's no need to get cute here. You hand the ball off to your running back, you quarterback sneak it or whatever you need to do to keep the ball in your possession and keep it moving forward.
Little pass play here to the outside. Kaufman's going to take it and run it himself, and he gets down quickly. Good decision-making, good identification from the quarterback to see that the screen wasn't there, went to my next read, that wasn't there. Take off, run, get the first, get down, slide, live for another day.
You're in my head. I like what I saw right there from the quarterback. You could see him go through his progressions. He looked, first one wasn't there, second one wasn't there. He got out, he got the first down, he got down. A smart quarterback play by Hoffman.
I was just going to say that Kaufman seems like he's a pocket guy and doesn't really like to use his legs, but was able to use them there and looked pretty good doing it. Braden Ford out to the outside. He broke free, and that is a bam! Building touchdown for the Connley Cadets. They retake the lead with 6:30 remaining in the first half, 19-14.
You know, we had a discussion a couple of possessions ago where the offensive line looked like they were getting beat up by the defensive line. I'm not sure exactly what they did. They made some changes. The offensive coaches kicked some butt, gave them some water, Gatorade, whatever they did. But the offensive line came out and played like they need to play, like a senior-laden offensive line, and that's exactly what you did. They ran the ball all the way down the field and got their touchdown. That's how you win football games.
Braden Ford, 48-yard touchdown run, but had about 60 yards rushing on that drive alone, did Braden Ford, to set up the touchdown score. Now a 2-point conversion to make it a 7-point game. And a stoppage here as they are going to quickly substitute on the Connley Cadets. It's going to be...
They got 2 substitutions coming in, I guess. I don't know.
And no play clock running, and so you've got all the time in the world to do so. Now they're going to start the play clock because the referees have started to run the clock. And got 2 wide receivers on the top of your screen there.
One in the corner here.
Braden Ford lining up on the right side of Kaufman. And a run to Ford. Ford's going to bounce it out, and Ford's going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And that makes it a 7-point game. Huge conversion there for the Connley Cadets. And they lead this one with 6:30 remaining in the second quarter of play. We'll be right back.
That's another Cadet touchdown. Brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
The Connley Cadets are Now leading by a possession on a touchdown drive led by the senior running back Braden Ford, the workhorse, after about a 60-yard drive from Braden Ford. It ended in a 48-yard touchdown. A little squib kick up the middle, and he's brought down. I believe that was Wilson on the return. And now the Connally Cadets, after giving up field position in the first quarter of play on special teams, a little bit of a different strategy here on the return kick.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, I'm old school. I'm 53. I'm just going to tell you how old I am, Terry. Now, I'm old school. Kick the ball deep and get down the field and play. I've noticed nowadays they kick these squibs, they kick the pooches, and I'm not understanding it now. I think I know why Connally may be doing that, because the last 2 times they kicked it deep, they couldn't stop anybody.
Right.
You got to fix that.
It's a void kick into Devin Hester, essentially. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it to you.
But I hadn't seen a Devin Hester yet.
Yeah.
Not here, but, I mean, you got to fix that, and I think they'll get better as the season goes on.
And see if they are continuing to do the dual quarterback alternating, and they sure are. Hoffman at quarterback now after Brody Allen was the quarterback on the previous possession. It is now the senior Hoffman, and both seniors, by the way, they're just alternating between senior Brody Allen and senior Tyler Hoffman. Hoffman now running the offense. A little bit smaller body, smaller build at quarterback, but it seems to me that he's more of the runner.
Yeah, true. And then when you put him back there with number 32, the defensive lineman that runs downhill. Grissom, thank you. It's hard to keep up with that.
Ooh, big hit there. I think that was Jam Vincent who laid the lumber. It was. And Jam Vincent, we talked about his position change going from quarterback to wideout, playing corner, safety role. Right there you saw why he's getting recruited at the D1 level, is because he's got power and skill like that.
He does. He's a sneaky good athlete. If you look at his slender body, but he's strong and he's fast, and he knows how to lay a load when he gets there.
And that is a big truck there from Grissom, who lowers the shoulder and falls forward for about another yard. And that'll be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6 getting set up here for the Academy Bumblebees, and already the Connally Cadet run defense on its heels yet again.
You know, it's almost like this no huddle. They're coming at Connally kind of quicker than Connally can be ready for them. They've run 3 or 4 of the same pretty much plays, unless they get deep in the chains. But Connally's just hadn't been ready for it.
An end around and a stoppage. I think a timeout was called before the snap. False start.
False start.
And so that'll back up the Academy Bumblebees.
Going
5
a little
yards.
too fast. Going a little too fast. I was just talking about how
trying to get the timing of those takes a little bit of time. Sometimes you need more than a summer workout or two to get those down. And by week 3, that's whenever you want these little small penalties, these false starts, the mistiming of things in your offense to be resolved.
Well, not only are they, this is game 1, but they're getting film together so they can see what they need to improve on.
2nd and 11 here, following the 5-yard penalty and a run to Grissom, and Grissom bouncing off defenders, bouncing off his blockers, trying to strip it away.
Oh!
Jam Vincent with a strip, and Vincent down the sideline. Jam Vincent will not be caught, and Jam Vincent will score a Bam Buildings touchdown for the Connally Cadets.
That's a senior play right there. Vincent knew that Grissom was running hard, and he's trying to get the first down, and he's giving everything he's got, and he's doing a little bit extra. Instead of going for the tackle because he had him held up, he went straight for the ball and popped it out clean. Perfect bounce right up into his hands, and he takes it down the sideline for about 60 yards for a touchdown. That's a senior-made play right there by a kid that's been playing varsity football a lot of Friday nights.
And the extra point team out here for the Connally Cadets. It is Alan Martinez-Tellez to do the kicking duties. But, man, now the substitutions on the PATs, can we just get the right personnel out there the first time?
Who's on what?
This is insane.
Who's on first?
It's happened every single time.
Third base.
But, no, what a play made by Jam Vincent. I mean, that is, like you said, one of the more heads-up, high IQ football plays that I've seen at this level. Just noticing the type of runner that Grissom is. If you're going to be overly physical, then I'm going to outsmart you.
Yeah. And he did it at the perfect time because there were two other players right there holding him up. It's not like he went straight.
And it's blocked. And now here's the return from the Academy Bees. Unbelievable turn of events. What is happening in this game? Returned 4-2 Academy. Josh Mann in the end zone after the block PAT.
Week 1 football. I'll tell you what.
And that is a 2-point conversion on the other end returned from the Academy Bumblebees.
You and I both know that special teams is usually the last thing that catches up. Most of the times when you come out, defense is always ready. Defenses are good. They're always a little bit ahead of the offense, and we've seen that tonight. But special teams have looked really, really bad for the Connally Cadets tonight. I'll just say it. They got to fix that. They don't know who's on the kickoff. They're not stopping anybody on kickoff, and then they don't know how to get an extra point. They don't know how to do point. They got to fix that if this team is going to try to move forward.
Yeah, no, you've got two phases that are ready to go, ready to play. The third phase is
just not
struggling.
There. It's not there. Yeah.
But Academy right now, what a momentum shifting play.
Yeah.
I mean now Academy getting the ball in return following the touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
They could go back with 4:22 remaining in this first half and narrow the deficit down right now 27-16, an 11-point game in favor of the Connally Cadets. But Academy looking to shift that momentum following that block PAT return for 2.
And they get the ball coming out of the second half. They get the ball. So you got to look at things like that. I mean, the Academy is one of those teams you don't want to hang around.
No, yeah. They could go 2 for 1. They could get a 4.5-minute drive and a score,
easily.
get the ball back.
And get the ball back and get another one. So
defense has to make a play here for the Connally Cadets. Get a 3 and out, give your offense an opportunity to regain those points.
So what are you doing here? You kicking it deep? Are you going to see what do you do? Because the special teams have been a little
pooch kick to the up man. At about the 30-yard line, goes out of bounds. That'll be a flag, and still getting decent field position are the Academy Bumblebees, but it's better than a return for a touchdown.
I agree. I'll take the flag or kick it in the end zone.
So now if you're Grissom, you have a certain running style. You have to run that way. Are you a little bit overly cautious about holding on to the football, though, now?
Oh, most definitely. So what Grissom is going to do, he's going to double wrap that thing. You know he is. He's not going to fumble again. He told his coach that. I saw him when he went to the sideline. Coach, I won't fumble again. So he's going to hold that thing with both arms. Now that's going to take away from a little bit of the extra, but he's still going to be running hard.
I love the week 1 kinks to work out. Even the officials got to work something out. They got to talk to the coaches. They got to say, hey, this is what happened. This is what we're doing.
Well, if you look close, one of the officials, I think it's the back judge, he's got a Whataburger paper sack as his yellow flag. He didn't have a flag.
Stop it.
No, I'm just telling you. I'm seeing it. No, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. You know the Whataburger paper bag? Yeah, I saw it. I'm just saying.
I'd like to see him throw the flag then.
Week 1. Well, he's got a golf ball in it.
I have a weekly tradition. After every game, I go to Whataburger.
No way.
Hit up Whataburger on the way home.
I hit a Whataburger every day. I don't have to go to a game.
Every Friday night.
Do you really?
And then lunch throughout the week, Monday through Friday.
Well, since we're down here in the Academy on my way home, I'm stopping at Buc-ee's.
There you go.
So if y'all want a barbecue sandwich, follow me.
Man in motion here on the end around jet sweep handoff. This is to the wide receiver. That is Vincent Williams, who already has 1 scoring touchdown in this game. That came earlier in the first quarter, a 15-yard pass from Brody Allen. That end-around jet sweep goes for maybe 3 yards. And time ticking away from the Academy Bumblebees with 4 minutes remaining in this first half.
That Hernandez has been on point tonight. That young man, I don't think I've seen anybody run past him that he didn't either hit or get on the ground one way or the other. He's actually one of the guys that's on point tonight.
Another run, this time to Wilson. And Wilson got popped hard but bounced off the tackler near the first down. I think they're going to give it to him. Got the extra yardage after the contact. And the Bumblebees with another first down on the ground.
They are a physical team. I mean, you have to realize they're playing up. That's a 3A Division I team right there, and they're playing a 4A Division II team in Connley Cadets. But this is a physical team, and if they continue to play like this and fix some of their, little first week issues, they're going to be a hard team to beat.
Going to have a lot of success in their district if they can continue the power run game like this. Now, design rollout pass from Brody Allen, and that was nearly intercepted. If the wide receiver didn't play a little bit of defense there, that could have been picked off.
You know what? I number 12, he's kicking himself in the keister right there. You got old Christian Gonzalez because he had his hands on that thing. If he could have got that, he might have had pick 6 on that one. I mean, the ball just kind of bobbled up there in the air for a minute.
For the last couple of years, D, I think that this Connley defense specifically has been, I would use the word opportunistic.
Yes.
Creating turnovers, capitalizing on those turnovers.
Yes.
They don't necessarily get a lot of stops, but when they do, it's typically a turnover.
Yeah.
And now here's another run from Grissom on the off tackle, and Grissom goes down after about a gain of 1 following the incomplete pass. That'll set up 3rd and long.
One thing I've seen tonight that I didn't see this much of last season, and I know this is week 1, but I'm seeing a lot of game tackling tonight. They're getting there. They're there for the initial impact hit of the play, and I don't know if it's just because this academy team is just so much physical or what, but the team, they're swarming to the ball, and that's important. We got an injured player.
Yeah,
there.
Another injured player. Let's go ahead, take a quick timeout. We'll be right back following this.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
This is Connally Cadets Football. Here's Tanner Carlson and Dee Brown.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Stop by and see our agents at one of our 3 McLennan County locations.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President.
Third down, big one here, and it is going to be a quarterback keeper. Actually, no, a quick option. And another fumble, and this time it is recovered by Connley, and Connley's got it inside the 50-yard line. At about the 48-yard line is where they'll take over, and the Connley offense trotting out onto the field.
Academy tried to get a little too cute. They did the trickeration. That was a double reverse. And on that second one, there was so much penetration in the backfield that the running back just had nowhere to go. And then, of course, they're reaching in, grabbing, and the ball popped out. Hey, Connley Cadets. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like their defense is still on the field.
Are they going to call him down? Oh, they must have called him down on contact
No
or forward
way.
progress. That, to me, was a quick whistle for forward progress.
That ball was out.
It absolutely
That
was
ball
out.
was out.
There was no chance that they should have called
That
the
ball was
whistle
out.
and called that play dead before the ball came out. However, it is what it is. Fourth down, punt team is out for Academy, and Jam Vincent back to return. They did a rugby-style punt on the previous punt. We'll see if that's going to be the same style here, and that is Brody Allen getting it off, bounces at the 20, and it takes a Academy roll to about the 10-yard line before it is down. So the Connley Cadets is going to have to go 90 yards if they want to end this half with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining with a touchdown score before the halftime break.
Best case scenario for the Academy Bumblebees right there. If Jam gets that and catches it in the air, you don't know what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. To get it where he got it and get that roll, that's best case scenario for them, because the play prior to that looked like they may have had a fumble. So right now, if you're Academy, you're looking at, okay, you're wiping the sweat off your brow, and you're thinking, okay, now we got a chance to hold these Cadets.
27-16 is your score. Connley Cadets leading this one. 4 wide receiver set, man in motion from the outside, and it looks like Jam Vincent's got it on the reverse, and Jam Vincent makes a man miss, and Vincent to the sideline out of bounds after gaining enough for the first. It'll be 1st and 10 coming up for the Connley Cadets at about the 21-yard line.
You got that fly sweep coming from Vincent out there on the wide receiver end. He had one man to beat right here. Anywhere else on the field, I'm thinking he may go all the way. That was good coverage by the Academy defense to slide this way. I think they know that if he's got the ball, you gotta keep a track on it.
Well, that, and you better get more than one guy trying to tackle him, because it ain't going to work. Katie Linville on the reverse this time. He gets the jet sweep, and now Katie Linville, he goes to the outside. He lowers his shoulder, and he is pushed out of bounds just shy of that yard to gain, and it'll be about 2nd and 2 coming right up for the Connley Cadets. 2 plays, about 20 or about 18 yards to boot.
I was just about to say that. We were talking about that early in the game, how that's Connley's strength right now, and they're going to those guys. They've got speed to burn, and they're putting the ball in those playmakers' hands.
2 yards to get the first down. A little twitchy on that offensive line. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
That's something that concerns me when you're switching quarterbacks. But if you've noticed, I think Connley has jumped more than Academy, and Academy has switched their quarterbacks throughout the day.
Yeah,
throughout the night, makes you wonder.
Well, something about, Connley the last few years, they've seemed to be penalty heavy.
Yeah, that's true.
Something to figure out eventually. But Braden Ford now with a run, and he's just short of that first down marker. I'm curious where they're going to mark that. He was tackled going backwards almost instead of leaning forwards, but right at that first down yard to gain, and I believe they're going to give him the first down. They sure will.
They gave it to him. That's probably the first time tonight I've seen Braden Ford tackled by one player.
If this was an NFL preseason game, they would have taken 10 minutes to do the virtual first down marker.
Oh, yeah. They got to show their cartoons.
Outside off-tackle run by Braden Ford, and now right over 2 minutes remaining in this half at the 2:08 mark, and a timeout is called, and that'll be 2nd and short for the Connley Cadets. When we return, they lead at 27-16.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
CEO of American Bank, Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
Second and short coming up Following the timeout with just over 2 minutes remaining in this first half of play, an 11-point lead and a fumble from Caden Kaufman, and now he's going to try to make something out of nothing. He throws it to the sideline, throws it away, was out of the tackle box, and it'll be an incomplete pass with a receiver in the area. Heads-up play from the senior quarterback.
Lemonade out of lemons. That was a bad play from the start. When that ball hit his hands and hit the ground, I mean, that's what you got to do with that ball. He was able, and that's one thing I'm seeing in Kaufman is that he is athletic enough to buy time, to get away.
I feel like he's also very calm under hectic situations.
Yeah.
When something goes wrong, he never seems
he
too
doesn't seem
rattled.
to panic. That's
he's
right.
Very composed, makes the right play, under control, and that's the veteran of having a senior as your quarterback.
That young man right there, he's seen it before, and he understands what he needs to do. And up to this point, he has managed this game and controlled this game like you would want your quarterback to do.
Curious to see how they play the rest of this 2 minutes. They got a 2-minute offensive opportunity coming up. 3rd and short. I believe you've got 2 downs to get 2 yards. If you're the Connley Cadets, I don't imagine punting with the field position that you've got in the offense, that offensive firepower that you do have in the running game, whether that be Braden Ford. One player that I think that needs to get a little bit more involved. You see him running at the bottom of your screen right there. Number 2, C.J. Evans.
C.J. Evans. They need to get him on a fly sweep. They need to get him something in the middle. The middle of the field has been there. The Cadets have been hitting them on the edges a lot, but they need that middle is there if they just would go there.
Another run to the outside by Braden Ford, and he is knocked back behind the line of scrimmage, loss of about 2 yards. Now that changes my tone a little bit on going for it on 4th down. I think you have to punt this one, and it looks like the punt team coming out for the Connley Cadets.
What are you thinking about a fake here? Well, how much?
No, I'm thinking of a real punt.
Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it.
Try to flip field position. Try to get what you can here. However, special teams has not been the strongest part of the Connley Cadets' game thus far here in Week 1. So we will see for the first time Alan Martinez-Tellez, which is one of the more fun names to say.
Yeah, it is.
Letting the time run down. Got
Smart
10 seconds on the play clock, and you've got about a minute on the game clock to see if you can keep this 11-point lead going into half. That was a good punt by Tellez, and the bounce unfortunately takes an academy roll. However, that was the best special teams play we've seen from Connley thus far in the game.
I agree. They covered it well.
It just took a bad roll.
Took a bad roll, came back about 6 yards.
If that goes in Connley's favor, I mean, that's a decent punt.
Yeah.
Probably closer to the 20-yard line.
Yeah. The defense has got to stand up right here. Punch the ball out, get them on the ground. Just don't let them score with,
under a minute to play. You got 50 seconds here, an 11-point lead trying to take it into half if you're the Connley Cadets. If you're the Academy Bumblebees, your run game has been the best part of your game, but the passing game not as consistent as you'd like. Here's Hoffman going back, finds the out route, and finds the receiver good for about 9 yards. That was Cameron Barker on the reception. 2nd and 1 coming up. And they go no huddle, but a timeout called.
We haven't really seen the Bumblebees.
And there's an injury. It looks like a Connley cadet on that far sideline. And, again, we've seen a couple of cadets go down, whether they're holding thighs or calves for cramps or knee injuries. Obviously, we don't have an update on any of those types of injuries. But when we do hear something, we will get back to you with that information. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back and see the exciting finish of this first half right here on Rogue Sports Network, Sikkim 365 and 107.9 The Bull.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Following the injury, still checking the player out on the far sideline there and getting up on his own power with a little bit of help from the athletic trainers. I mean, they are right there at that second down line of scrimmage yard marker. And I can't get a number from here. However, play will continue. All right, 42 seconds. It's Hoffman back to pass, and Hoffman is sacked. Hoffman fumbles it, gets it back. How in the world did he have the wherewithal to regain his own lost fumble after getting smacked like that? What a play made from the defensive line. Back there was Artis Vernado.
That's what they need. That's what the Cadets need if they want to go into halftime, holding the score and taking the momentum with them. Right now, I'd say the momentum has swung definitely to the Cadets. And so for them to take that in and to keep that up, because Academy's getting the ball starting the second half. So they got to keep this momentum going, and they've got to have plays like that and stop this.
And that is going to do it for the first half of play. Your Connley Cadets lead it 27-16, and we'll be right back for your halftime show brought to you by Texas Contracting Solutions when we return.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
At Casa Olé, we're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973. We've been committed to quality and fresh ingredients used in the daily preparation of our menu items. Celebrate with us as we enjoy appetizers, Tex-Mex favorites, enchiladas, burritos, and tacos. You can order online or pick up your favorites at Casa Olé. Takeout, delivery, catering, or enjoy the atmosphere of Casa Olé, serving delicious Mexican food for over 50 years. 725 North Loop 340 in Belmead, or at CasaOlé.com.
After my first car accident, I feared the biggest damage would be to my wallet. I expected a mountain of bills and a long, drawn-out process. But my Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent was there when I needed her and helped me get back on my feet and in my car in no time. Instead of a hassle, I got reassurance and a quick recovery.
Stop by and see our agents at one of our 3 McLennan County locations.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
At Sturdy Steel, we build more than grandstands and press boxes. We build the spaces where communities come together. Based in Texas and serving communities nationwide, we're proud of our reputation for dependable, high-quality work and strong client relationships that stand the test of time. From concept to installation, our team of skilled drafters, welders, and installers takes pride in delivering seating solutions designed to last. With a focus on dependability, transparency, and service, we are here to make the unique needs of architects, contractors, schools, and venues across the country. We ensure every project is seamless, sturdy, and ready for generations of fans to enjoy. That's Sturdy Steel. The Connally Football Halftime Show is sponsored by Casa Ole. We're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973 and located at North Loop 340 in Belmead.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
At Casa Ole, we're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973. We've been committed to quality and fresh ingredients used in the daily preparation of our menu items. Celebrate with us as we enjoy appetizers, Tex-Mex favorites, enchiladas, burritos, and tacos. You can order online or pick up your favorites at Casa Ole. Takeout, delivery, catering, or enjoy the atmosphere of Casa Ole, serving delicious Mexican food for over 50 years. 725 North Loop 340 in Belmead, or at CasaOle.com.
Pizza, burgers, and Bears football. There's no place around Waco that serves them all other than Bubba's 33. Come show your green and gold and enjoy some of Waco's best food and beverages while watching your favorite team, the Bears. When real Bears fans get hungry, Bubba's 33 is the #1 spot for ice-cold drinks, hand-stretched, stone-baked pizzas, and bacon-infused burgers. Join us for indoor or patio dining. Bubba's 33, Waco's restaurant and proud supporter of Baylor Bears football. Sick 'em, Bears.
The Motor Trend Truck of the Year is at Allen Samuels in Waco. It's the Make This the Summer Event Drive. Get a 2025 Ram Lone Star Crew Cab, $11,000 off MSRP plus 3.9 for 72 months. Or grab the award-winning 2025 Ram Half-Ton Laramie Crew Cab with $15,000 off plus 3.9% for 72. First responders an extra $500 off. Hot deals, big savings right now. Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Waco.
Come by. Let's be friends.
Texas Contracting Solutions is the premier name in Central Texas for select remodels and new construction efforts. With an extremely talented team, Texas Contracting Solutions can review your next project with evolving landscape of real estate in Waco, whether you're looking to fix up your home before putting it on the market, looking to remodel a space in your home or business. Texas Contracting Solutions will help your plan every step of the way. Texas Contracting Solutions is committed to keeping your project on track, updating you on progress to bring to life your vision. Make sure you avoid any contractors in the area who do not manage with as much grace towards helping you understand as we do. Contact Texas Contracting Solutions today for your next project. Texas Contract Solutions, or email Mark at texascontractingsolutions.com or call him 254-424-1734. 1734.
Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill offers a wide variety of seafood, including fresh fish, ceviche, oysters, shrimp cocktails, and much more. Join Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill for their grand opening on Thursday, September 12th. There will be tons of raffles and giveaways, including TVs, gift cards, free food samples, and drinks. Visit them located at 340 North Loop in Belmead for their lunch specials. Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill, your local Cajun restaurant. See you on September 12th.
The Connally Football Halftime Show is sponsored by Casa Ole. We are proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973 and located at North Loop 340 in Belmead.
Welcome to the Texas Contracting Solutions halftime show right here on Rogue Sports Network, Sikkim 365 and 107.9 The Bull. Be sure to stream us online. We've got also the YouTube link up as well, so you can find us with the video stream, the audio stream, and on the radio as well. Whatever your vice is, we're there. You can find us. And it's been a great game. Connley leading by 11. If you're just now joining us, 27-16, and it was a very fun, entertaining, kind of crazy first half. It was anything else you would expect from a week one matchup between two teams that are looking to start their seasons off the right way after, I would call them, disappointing seasons record-wise, both finishing under 500 on the regular season a season ago. However, returning over 20 seniors on both of these two rosters, experienced teams coming into this one. Playing well. There's been some good. There's been a little bit of shaky as well. Datron, what are your thoughts?
Crazy is I guess, I don't know, the light way of putting it. We've seen some things in this first half of football that you go a whole season you might not see. I mean, you've got special teams just looking like they didn't even practice. You've got a kid just popping a ball out and it bounces perfectly into his hands and he runs down the field and scores. You've got teams going for it for fourth and forever and they score a touchdown.
Right.
I mean, it's just been week one football. I agree with you. Both of these teams are playing really, really hard because, like you said, they did have disappointing seasons last year. When they played each other to open the season last year, they both had high hopes. I'm sure the coaching staffs had high hopes. And they came out of the game thinking, okay, well, we're looking pretty good. Connally, they did what they did. 42 to 20?
46-22 is the final.
Yeah, last year. So you kind of expected that. But you got to look at Academy. They walked away from that going, hey, that's a bigger school, and we hung in there with them on their turf, So they were feeling pretty good, and they both kind of ended up kind of tailing off and kind of playing mediocre football throughout the rest of the season. So tonight, you see two teams that really want to win this football game.
Yeah, Connley's got 7 returning starters on the offensive side of the ball, 6 returning on defense. 3 of those three of the 7 offensive players returning are coming on the offensive line, and it's the entire left side. You got your left tackle, Daniel Hancock.
Yeah.
You got your left guard, Roy Hitt, and the center, Braden Driscoll, all returning from last year's team. And you can see that when Braden Ford is running, they're moving him to the right side of the quarterback and taking him to the left. You got a couple of jet sweeps from the wide receivers as well, but trying to utilize that offensive line with the experience that they have. They've got 4 seniors on that offensive line. Just one wasn't a starter last year. But, man, talk about experience at every single position. If you're the Connley Cadets, you've got a senior wide receiver, a junior wide receiver, 3 senior offensive linemen, or 4 senior offensive linemen with a junior thrown in there, juniors and seniors at tight end and at running back as well. And then you're led by the newcomer, the senior quarterback, Caden Kaufman.
Yeah, both of these teams show a lot of experience. We've seen that, but as the game has progressed, you've seen those things start to fall into play. If you look probably towards, middle to the end of that second quarter, Connally put together a drive that was just perfect.
Yeah.
They got away from all the herky-jerky. They got away from all the trickeration, patented my word. And they just did what they do good, and they drove right down the field and scored. Then they came right back on defense, and Academy did the same thing. They were driving down the field, but what did Connally do? They had the big play with the strip return for a touchdown.
Yep.
That's what happens when you've got a senior-laden team like that. That's what happens when they start to figure it out. Now, they still need to work on a few things to tighten it up. This is week one. You can see that. But in spite of that, you can see the maturation and the senior leadership is showing out there on the field for both teams.
They haven't gotten frazzled.
There you go.
They've stayed composed whenever things aren't going well. They're getting a couple of penalties that push them behind the chains on 2nd and 5, and then you're looking at a 2nd and 10. All of a sudden you get a sack, and then it's 3rd and 15. This team has still stayed composed through all of that, and they're converting those 3rd downs. Mm-hmm. They're converting on 4th down. They're getting the ball down the field, and they're not letting their own mistakes, those self-inflicted wounds, dictate the outcome of this first half so far. Now, I would assume that Coach Garrick's message in the locker room is avoid those mistakes, and we're home free. Mm-hmm. We're playing a great brand of football right now. there's no reason why we should be having these self-inflicted wounds to make life so much more difficult for us. I would assume that that is the message in that visiting locker room for the Connley Cadets. Let's take a look at the scoring summary. You mentioned a couple of them, but it was a 29-yard touchdown pass to Jam Vincent to open things up on the opening possession, where it was 4th and 14, I may remind you. And we were thinking pooch kick. Instead, it was a touchdown pass to Jam Vincent in the end zone to start the season off the right way for the Connley Cadets. But the Academy Bumblebees responded with a touchdown of their own, a drive that started inside their own 45-yard line in opposing territory. They go down the field. They score a 15-yard touchdown pass to Vincent Williams to tie it up 7 apiece. This is all happening in the first quarter of play. Then Connley responds on the ensuing possession, and it was a Caden Kaufman touchdown pass to Katie Linval, one of the most incredible catches I've seen in double coverage, breaks a tackle, and goes the distance 4-6. They go for the 2-point conversion, and they fail. Connley up 13-7, and then Hoffman, the quarterback for the Academy Bumblebees, goes 20 yards, touchdown pass to Grissom on a 4th down play that is converted with an extra point, 14-13 at the end of first quarter. Couple of back and forths between the two teams. An interception was thrown by Kaufman. A couple of 3-and-outs by Academy that ended in punts. Finally, the Connley Cadets, middle of the second quarter, get a 48-yard touchdown run by Braden Ford with a 2-point conversion to extend their lead back up to 7 following the 2-point conversion, 21-14. And then following a scoop and score strip fumble from Jam Vincent on the defense side of the ball, he takes it 60 yards for the score. Academy blocks the PAT and returns it for an extra 2 points for Academy. And that is where we get the 27-16 score that we currently hold at halftime. And that is your scoring summary for the first half. Let's go ahead, take a quick timeout. This halftime show brought to you by Texas Contracting Solutions.
Some say a dog is a man's best friend. But I tell you what, boys, you better think again. 'Cause there ain't nothing better than some cows, pigs, and turkeys too. I love to cover them in sauce down at Rudy's Barbecue.
Bring all your friends to Rudy's for some tasty oak smoke barbecue.
Next in line.
First Central Credit Union's free reward checking gets you in the game. First Central pays 5% APR on checking accounts with no penalties. It's great returns with complete access to your cash. Get in motion with First Central's reward checking that refunds ATM fees nationwide. Enjoy an automatic savings feature that pays too. It's a snap to apply online at firstcentralcu.com.
Eligibility and qualifications apply. APY annual percentage rate. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the team physicians for Baylor Athletics, specializing in diagnosing and treatment of any and all sport-related injuries. Celebrating over 2 decades of service to Central Texas, they tackle all surgical and non-surgical problems that arise from an active lifestyle. Trust the doctors that Baylor trusts. And when injuries sideline you, don't wait for Monday. Join us at 8:30 on Saturday morning for a post-game injury evaluation clinic. Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We get you back in the game.
Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill offers a wide variety of seafood, including fresh fish, ceviche, oysters, shrimp cocktails, and much more. Join Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill for their grand opening on Thursday, September 12th. There will be tons of raffles and giveaways, including TVs, gift cards, free food samples, and drinks. Visit them located at 340 North Loop in Belmead for their lunch specials. Cajun Crab and Shrimp Bar and Grill, your local Cajun restaurant. See you on September 12th.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
The Connally Football Halftime Show is sponsored by Casa Ole. We're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973 and located at North Loop 340 in Belmead.
And we welcome you back to the Texas Contracting Solutions Halftime Show. Your Connley Cadets leading 27-16. And we are going to go over some district scores for you. China Spring playing Franklin tonight on the road, as well as Robinson at West. You got Gatesville versus Taylor. Lorena taking on Austin Regents at home tonight. And La Vega is at Kennedale. So let's go ahead and take a look here at some updated scores for you just around the area. And this is all brought to you by First Central Credit Union. They've been serving the Waco area since 1937, striving to provide the best financial services for their members. All right. Right now I'm trying to find our games. China Spring, the Cougars up 28-21 over Franklin. Franklin, always a good team. They made it deep into the playoffs a season ago. So China Spring, in a little bit of a rebuild last year, struggled in the wins and loss department. But you know China Spring ain't going to be down forever. They're coming right back. And so China Spring right now leading Franklin in a powerhouse matchup, 28-21. Lorena leading at halftime over Austin Regents, 31-28. The Robinson Rockets up 21-7 over West, and the Gatesville Hornets leading the Taylor Ducks 28-0. Started the third quarter there. Any other scores you want to mention?
We got La Vega up at halftime, 20-3 over Kennedale. You got believe it or not, you've got the Mart Panthers down 50-24.
They're a non-district right now. I'm assuming they're playing about 2 to 3 classes up from where they're at. Just wait till they're in district. They'll be up 60-0 at halftime.
That's a surprise. I mean,
they got to get a higher classification. They got to. I don't care what your numbers look like on this. You got to bump
play
them
up.
Just play up, man. God, that poor district has been getting bullied by Mart.
It's kind of like when you were a kid and they wanted to check his birth certificate.
Yeah, you gotta check Mart out.
I remember there was a time in Pee Wee football where you could play up if you weighed enough.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Maybe Mart weighs too much for their weight division.
Trust me, they're playing in a featherweight division where
they're heavyweights.
Yeah.
I got you.
Hey, we were talking a little bit off air. I wanted to mention it to you while we're on air. Caden Kaufman, first-year starter for this Connley Cadets offense at quarterback. He's a senior, and man, has he made all the difference in the world with how this offense has been operating so far here in Week 1.
The potential is crazy. For lack of a better way of describing it, you've got players like Katie Linville, Jam Vincent. You've got players, C.J. Evans, who basically this man, he has them at his disposal. He could just look over there and whip it to him, hand it off to him. You've got forward in the backfield. I think he might have been that missing piece that Connley needed. This is Week 1, and we're seeing the potential, but this thing could really blossom into something. Just like, who do you stop?
I mean,
who do you focus on?
We haven't seen a passing game where you're throwing 29-yard touchdown passes into the back of the end zone to your wide receivers, or an 85-yard seam route down the field where it was caught. Thrown at the 20-yard line, caught at the 40-yard line on your opposition side for a 50-yard bomb that goes 30 more yards down the field for a touchdown. Now, if we got an 85-yard touchdown pass, it was probably a screen pass, and it was a wide receiver doing all the work.
Beat somebody and ran past.
Right, and so to have that capability of throwing the deep ball opens up so many different opportunities for this offense, and it all starts with number 11 at quarterback.
It does. It really does. And then, it's scary for the coaches and the opposing teams that are coming in to play these Connally cadets because, like I said a minute ago, who do you stop?
Yeah,
who do you
pick
focus?
your poison.
It's pick your poison. I mean, do you have 3 defensive backs that can guard those guys one-on-one? Okay, or do you double team Vincent? Okay, then you've got Linville or you got Evans. And he even showed us, the quarterback, Kaufman even showed us that he can move too. Oh, yeah. He can run with the ball too, and you've got Ford. So it's like you said, it's going to be a pick your poison thing. Once Connally figures that out and really kind of gets that game plan down to where they start exposing, well, not exposing it, but using that and exposing other teams' defense, they're going to be a hard offense to stop.
Well, let's go ahead and take our final break. When we return, we'll return to action in the third quarter as your Connally Cadets will try to hold on to this lead for the remaining 24 minutes of play when we come back from your halftime show brought to you by Texas Contracting Solutions.
Hi, I'm Mark Stewart with Berg Colgan Ford. It's that time of year. It's football season. Berg Colgan Ford is a proud supporter of Connally High School football. BK Ford is proud to sell the #1 truck in Texas, the F-Series truck, led by our leading rusher, the F-150, 47 years in a row. Come see the largest showroom in Texas and experience better at Berg Colgan Ford.
Pizza, burgers, and Bears football. There's no place around Waco that serves them all other than Bubba's 33. Come show your green and gold and enjoy some of Waco's best food and beverages while watching your favorite team, the Bears. When real Bears fans get hungry, Bubba's 33 is the #1 spot for ice-cold drinks, hand-stretched, stone-baked pizzas, and bacon-infused burgers. Join us for indoor or patio dining. Bubba's 33, Waco's restaurant and proud supporter of Baylor Bears football. Sick 'em, Bears.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
Established in 2007 and independently owned, Alliance Bank Central Texas is committed to helping families and businesses meet their financial goals. From their tellers to their board of directors, they know the importance of superior service and competitive products. Customers have confidence knowing that their financial needs are in good hands. It's your bank, Alliance Bank Central Texas, with 2 Waco locations, 4721 Bosque Boulevard and 191 Archway Drive on Highway 84, and at AllianceBankTexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
This is Connally Cadets Football. Here's Tanner Carlson and Dee Brown.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Coming back from halftime, it is the Connley Cadets taking the field right now with an 11-point lead. What was the message from Coach Garrett?
Coach Garrett said, do what you did late in the second quarter. He said, let's do that, guys. Let's get away from all the funny stuff, and let's run the ball at them. Let's use our speed. Let's get Vincent involved. Let's get Evans involved. Let's get Ford involved. Let's get these guys, Linville involved, and let's do what we do best. That's what he said.
And let's tighten up on
let's
special
tighten
teams.
up on special teams. Exactly.
Little pooch kick. Kick, and it was actually, oh my goodness, a big hit at the 50-yard line. Man, that was a big boy. He said, I got the ball for the first time in my career, and I'm going to make the most of it. Reed White got the return there, and he lowered his shoulder, lowered the boom, and was able to actually get pretty good field position. That was a strange kickoff. Do you think that was supposed to be some kind of squib kick that just didn't work out correctly, and it went to the up man on the front line?
I do believe that was supposed to be a squib kick. However, I don't think it was supposed to hit Reed White in the shins.
Yeah.
I think it was supposed to kind of squib through.
Yeah. Great field position here, just like they started the game, and now here's Brody Allen with a good run, and enough for a first down, gets hit, goes out of bounds, and that'll be enough for a first down, gain of about 12 on the play. Now Brody Allen getting a little chippy there with Wesley Turner, the secondary from the Connley Cadet defense, but enough for a first down. They'll move the chains on the first opening play of the second half.
Allen is a junior quarterback, and that young man took that ball, and he was running. He was on a mission. He was getting out of there, man. Turner made a good play, but Allen wasn't going down easy.
And Brody Allen has gotten the start in both the first and second half, but have been alternating between drives with the senior quarterback, Tyler Hoffman. And now a wild throw, and the whistle blows, play dead, incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play there, right, very late.
That might be intentional grounding. There was nobody over there.
I think that's what Coach Garrick is screaming about.
Allen was trying to get out of the sack there. They had him, and he just kind of flipped the ball out to nobody.
It's actually an eligible receiver downfield, so Allen was out of the pocket, so it wasn't going to be intentional grounding, but one of the offensive linemen too far down the field, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So 1st and 15 coming up for the Academy Bumblebees, and we talked about how important it is for their offense to have success on early downs and not get stuck behind the chains.
Yeah, that's been important for them. I know it's been a little bit of a flip thing for the Cadets, but when the Bumblebees get behind, it's hard for them to make any ground.
Here's another run by Grissom, and he cuts it up to the middle, gets brought down, and he's still trucking along. Thought he was going to go down, but he stumbled forward for a big gain, and that's a gain of about 25 on the play from Grissom.
Grissom
now he comes up a little hobbly here on the sideline.
He's been running downhill all night long. I don't even know what else to say about that.
He's one of the more fun runners because he looks for contact.
Exactly.
He wants you to hit him because he wants to hit you back.
Exactly. I mean, it's just a veer right off the tackle. He takes the ball and just goes.
Opening drive here in the second half for the Academy Bumblebees ends right here, or continues rather, at about the 17-yard line inside the red zone of the Connley Cadet defense, and they've had no answer for this power run game following the adjustments made at halftime.
This is why it was so important for Connley to score when they did and try to get at least a 2-score lead going into halftime, because we knew that Academy was getting the ball coming out of half. And they have had a hard time stopping the power run.
And Wilson in the backfield, he will get the carry from Brody Allen. He makes a man miss, and he's down after a gain of about 5 on the play. And again, that's where the Academy Bumblebees want to live. 3rd and 2, get 5 to 6 yards on 1st and 2nd down, and make 3rd down 3rd and 4 or less.
It's very rare that you see them go outside the tackles. They honestly know that they can't outrun Connley, but what they're doing is they're hitting inside the tackles and then they're bouncing it out. And that's just giving them all the space they need.
Academy using their size to their advantage. And here is a QB sneak up the middle with Brody Allen. He gets about 5 to 6 yards following that big offensive line, just moving the pile. And you know what? They could probably set up no huddle, run that exact same play, and find themselves in the end zone.
I agree with that. That looked really easy. I don't know if Connley just was caught off guard, if the snap was off, if they just – I don't understand it. But they moved that ball 6 yards.
And right now, you're going to have to rotate guys. Guys are getting tired. Daniel Hitchcock not out there right now on the defensive line.
Right.
You've got some rotational guys at the end of this drive, just hands on hips, gassed already from this power run game from the Academy Bumblebees. Run from Wilson off tackle, gets to the goal line, fumble, ball was loose, was jumped on by an Academy Bumblebee offensive lineman. And I believe it was recovered. I'm curious what they're actually, now it's at the 10-yard line. There's a flag. Hey, referees, can we not throw the flag on the sideline? Can we throw it in the middle of the field to where we can see it?
Yeah, I think that's play never happened.
2 or 3 times the referees just laid the flag down at his feet. We're not watching over there, buddy. We're watching the game.
I think the coach is telling him the same thing.
I mean, he needs to. That's absurd.
Yeah. I mean, nobody knew that play didn't happen.
Yeah, what are you just laying the flag down at your feet? I've never seen that. It's a fireable offense in my opinion.
It is.
And a big play made from the defensive lineman there. And guess who it is again? Adrian Hernandez. The linebacker has just absolutely been everywhere. Big play after big play. Tackle for loss. His third one of the game. And that is Adrian Hernandez, the senior linebacker, with the big stop, pushing this Academy offense back another couple of yards.
You know what? If they can hold this offense to 3 and not give up 6 here, that would be a win for the Connally Cadet defense.
Ball marching around the 13-yard line. Brody Allen's going to keep it. Brody Allen's got room to run. Brody Allen has one defender to beat. He does, and he ends up in the touchdown area. Score for the Academy Bumblebees, and here come the light show. Seventh score of the evening, and Academy narrows that 11-point deficit. And now a swinging gate formation to start. We'll see if they audible to a point after attempt. Right now 22-27. They run this, trying to make it 24, and they will. It is Hoffman to the center. And I don't think that's I don't think that's a legal play.
I don't either.
Unless he is named eligible.
I don't think the officials know if that's a legal play.
A flag was thrown. Again, the official throwing it at his feet, which is bizarre to me.
That's the one that had the Whataburger bag.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I don't think that you can throw it to the center.
No.
Following the snap. I don't think that that's a legally run play unless he declares as an eligible receiver. But I still don't know.
But if you snap
if the center can be an eligible receiver in the first place.
Well, that's where you get that mix up with that. What is that stuff they do in the summertime, where they have the
7-on-7?
Yeah, that's where you go. That's where you see it's bleeding over into Friday nights, man.
Now they're lined up to kick a regular extra point here to make this a 27-23 lead for Connley. Cut it down to 4 points. Trying to make it a field goal game. I understand the thought process there. That kick is no good. It's wide. And the game will remain a 5-point lead for the Connley Cadets. We'll be right back. Connley leads 27-22.
That's another cadet touchdown. Brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena. These beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices. All from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Following a 13-yard touchdown run by Brody Allen and a missed extra point, the Academy Bumblebees go down the field in their opening drive here in the start of the third quarter for a touchdown score to narrow the deficit down to 5. It's a 27-22 lead for Connley and took nearly 4 minutes off of the clock to do so. Little pooch kick near the sideline. Why catch that?
Let that go out of bounds. I was thinking the same thing.
You know, it's been one of those nights special teams-wise where they're going to have a lot of film to go over and talk about the good and the bad, mostly the bad, just because it's IQ plays.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm pretty sure that young man was told in practice, you catch the ball.
Yeah.
So he's just catching everything he sees. But right there, you got to know you're right on the sideline.
If you're Jalen Davis, a senior,
you let that go.
You let it go.
You pick up some extra
you know
yards.
better after being a 4-year letter.
Yeah, exactly.
Run play here off tackle, and that is Braden Ford getting stopped at the line. Right now, it seems like Academy coming out of the halftime break has all the momentum. Great drive to start off offensively, and now here's the first play on the defensive side of the ball for a 3-yard loss on the first run play. And now you've got number 59, Roy Hitt, your starting senior offensive lineman at left guard, coming up hobbly.
The physicality has definitely swung over to the Academy Bumblebees. I mean, offensively and defensively. They're coming out, and they're squaring up their pads.
And he was drilled on the play action, but Kaufman swung down, lost for another big play made from the linebacker. That was Slane Knight. And if you name your son Slane, he better be a linebacker, and he better be a good one. Big play there made from the defensive player for Academy. Now 3rd and about 16 to go. Ball marked at the 20-yard line. They need to get to the 36.
Momentum has definitely swung to the Bumblebee side of the field, and Connley needs a big play here to kind of get that back.
Kaufman takes the snap, play action pass, and he is immediately pressured and sacked, brought down. That left side of the offensive line just getting pressured on them. All 3 plays of that 3 and out, and a huge sack made. That was number 11. That was Brayson Hoffman.
Might want to check the Gatorade.
And Braden Hoffman made a big play there. And the punt team 3 and out for the Connley Cadets following a big touchdown drive for the Academy Bumblebees. All the momentum in favor of the home team.
You know, if you look at it, they're just in their normal of 3-4, 4-3 defense, and they're just out. They're just whooping the Connley Cadet offensive line.
Bringing a little bit more pressure with the added blitz, and a big punt there. End over end, lands at the 45, takes a friendly Connley bounce, and it will be downed inside the 30-yard line at the 38, I believe is where they're going to mark it. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Following the 3 and out punt from the Connley Cadets, the Bumblebees take over at the 38-yard line, and it is Hoffman taking the direct snap, and he is drilled after a gain of about 6 on the run, but that was Jalen Davis on the tackle.
You know, Davis came up and made a good play. I mean, the linebackers are reading, but the defensive line, they've got to keep their heads up. It looks like they're doing some zone blocking on the Academy offensive line, and basically the running backs and the quarterbacks, they're just running. They're just out. They're just beating the guys to the edge is what they're doing. And they have got to slide and fill those gaps.
A third quarter dominated by Academy thus far, and another run on the outside off tackle from Wilson, and he gets plenty for the first down and then some with a little extra added boost. Stiff arm there to finish the play off.
It seems like all the Academy Bumblebee running backs, they're running angry. With just a little bit more.
Oh, they got an attitude for sure.
They are
without a
running
doubt.
angry.
And a timeout called by Connley, a much needed one, but one that didn't want to be used this early on in the second half. He'll only have 2 remaining for the remainder of this game, and if it's going to come down to the wire, he might need every bit of them. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Connley leads, but Academy driving.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
That's another Cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
A loss of about 2 on the run play for the Bumblebees. Devarian Campbell there on the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that will set up a 3rd and long situation for the offense. Ball marked at the 45-yard line, needs to get it to about the 33 in Connley territory. Handoff to Wilson. Wilson tries to go in the middle, cuts it back, and now is brought down just shy of that yard to gain. And what a run it was.
You know, the thing that's surprising is that they're running this ball and moving this ball without Grissom. I don't think Grissom's had a carry the second half.
Well, he got hurt, I believe, earlier in the third quarter. In one of the first runs of the third quarter, and he has been hobbling on that ankle on the sideline ever since. So not sure if he's going to make it back. I think he's dealing with some cramps. He's trying to stretch it out right now as we speak, and trying to get back out onto the field eventually, but it might be Wilson's night for the remainder of the night.
You're right, and it looks like Kuhn, their starting middle linebacker, he also plays offense as well. Looks like he's limping off the field too.
Yeah.
Under the assistance of some coaches. So, I mean, they've got some key players.
You got the humidity on week 1,
yeah.
And you're going to have some cramps. You're going to have some injuries, some bumps and bruises along the way that you just don't get during the summer workouts anymore.
That's true. It looks to me that the Bumblebees have just figured out that we're just going to out-physical Connley.
Yeah, they've simplified their game plan so much of – run right, run left, run up the middle, and that's what we're going to run with for this second half, and it has worked. And it's worked in bunches. They're getting about 6 to 7 yards per carry, it feels like, here in this third quarter of play. There's 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and Connley has had 3 plays. All 3 of those plays lost yards and a punt.
It's like they just simplified the whole thing and just said, we're just going to run right at them and make them stop us.
Hoffman takes it upon himself there on the quarterback keeper, gets maybe 4 yards on the play. That'll set up a second down. But no, I completely agree. I mean, they've dominated time of possession. They've kept Connley's offense off the field. And again, Connley had no success on offense. 3 plays, all 3 of those plays lost yards. And they had the ball for maybe 30 seconds. There's less than 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter, and Academy has owned just about every second of this third quarter.
Well, sometimes you just got to do what you do best, and I think Academy has figured that out.
Big play there. That was the inside man, number 3, Katie Linville, coming from the safety spot with the first hit. C.J. Evans also in on that tackle. I think it was C.J. Evans who made the initial contact, and then it was cleaned up by Jalen Davis.
That's what Connley's going to have to do. I mean, you see they're running right at you. So sometimes you got to walk your safeties and your corners up, but you got to be careful.
They got to respect the wide receivers
exactly
on the outside.
But everything's so jammed in right now because they're just running right at them. So hopefully the Connley coaches will see that and they'll walk them up a little bit and tighten them up, bring them in the box, and because they're running right at you.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Terry Garrick beforehand, and this is another timeout call. I think this one going for the Academy Bumblebees. So another timeout. I'll finish my thought when we return.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
3rd and 10. And Grissom now back into the game for the first time in this second half. A screen pass, and it is an open man close to a first down. I believe that's enough right at that first down marker. That's going to be enough for a first down on 3rd and 10. They do a tight end screen to Reed White, and he lowers his shoulder and gets just enough to extend this drive for the Academy Bumblebees. In fact, I'm not so certain that if they don't convert there, they don't go for it on 4th anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you because they would have been so close.
Well, and their power run game has not even been coming close to being stopped by the Connley defense here in the second half.
Exactly.
You know, Coach Terry Garrick, he mentioned that they lack size, but they have speed. But, man, they could use a little bit of size now. Grissom cuts it in. Grissom, touchdown. Academy retakes the lead, the 3rd lead change here in this ball game.
Grissom's like the candy man. You say his name enough, and he shows up. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about how we hadn't seen Grissom in the second half. He was limping around on the sideline, and they hand him the football, and he just takes it right off tackle and makes a move, and he's in the end zone.
18-yard touchdown run by Grissom. And now the extra point awaiting for the Academy Bees, but they have retaken the lead by 1 here momentarily. And a flag thrown. Now that's a flag toss.
That's how you do it.
That's how you let everybody,
That's how you do it.
We got to stop play.
Is that delay a game?
So there have been a lot of miscues in this game. Obviously, week 1, a lot of these teams working out the kinks. First action they've seen that isn't against themselves. But
like
special teams for both teams have been a little bit of an issue. Right there you see, like you mentioned, a delay game penalty.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like they were so focused on offense and defense that they kind of skipped. It's kind of like the big guy that's got the big chest and arms but no legs.
Well, and
they skip leg day.
You know, typically it is, a couple backups here and there that don't always get the reps, but a big-time extra point converted there and make it a 2-point game. It is 29-27. Academy has come back and taken the lead after trailing by 11 at halftime. They now lead by 2.
The momentum has clearly swung over to the home team here, Academy, and I don't know. high school football can go either way. We all know that. But the Connally Cadets have really got to have a good drive.
Well, and here's the great thing about Connolly's offense and how explosive it is. It takes one play.
One play.
And we've seen it. They've had a couple of these big-time momentum-shifting plays, whether that be the Jam Vincent strip fumble for a touchdown, scoop and score, or whether it be the 29-yard touchdown pass on 4th down from Caden Kaufman to Jam Vincent to open this thing up, or the 85-yard touchdown 3-play drive to Katie Linville. So this team can score. They can score in a hurry. And if Academy lets off the gas at all, this Connally team can make them pay.
That's true, but what we've got to do is we've got to give the quarterback time. As you remember on the last possession, it was 3 and out, and they lost yardage on every play.
And here is Jam Vincent returning it from the 20, and he gets a good return of maybe about 11 or 12. And we'll get it at the 32-yard line, depending on where they mark it, where he went out of bounds. And, again, the offensive line has to allow Caden Kaufman a little bit of time and allow Braden Ford a little bit of an opportunity to run the ball. That first possession here in the third quarter, which came about 2 minutes ago and only lasted about 30 seconds, now 2 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter, which has been completely dominated time of possession by Academy. If you're the Connally Cadets, you just need to move the chains, get a couple first downs, put yourself in an opportunity to score. Low snap and a handoff to Braden Ford. Now Ford off and running. Ford gets enough for her first. That's check 1 on the to-do list after about the 14-yard gain.
Ford is he's sneaky good. I mean,
low snap, and Kaufman was able to handle that and still get it off to him.
Bounced on the ground, but Ford got it, and he's just stayed focused and saw the hole and hit it. He's one of those guys that you've got to keep your eye on because he will take it to the house if you don't grab him.
Ball on the 49-yard line, and a timeout called here from Academy. That's 2 timeouts called here in the third quarter, and we only have 3 timeouts remaining in this game from both sides.
Yeah.
That's insane. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout with them. We'll be right back. Coach Kuhn, not happy.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
And Jam Vincent breaking one free. High stepping into the end zone, touchdown, Jam Vincent on a wide receiver screen coming out of the timeout. And Coach Kuhn was screaming coming out of the timeout, saying, guys, you got to get over. You got to shift because they've got a man wide open. His name's Jam Vincent, and he just took it 42 yards for the score.
That's exactly what you were just saying, Tanner. That's exactly what we were just talking about. This Connally offense can score quicker than a hiccup. You just got to watch them. But you've got to know that they've got players all over the field. You just flip the ball out to Jam Vincent, and he goes 50 yards for a touchdown.
And now retaking the lead for the 4th lead change in this one. A fake on the just a 2-point conversion attempt. And it is going nowhere. Academy snuffed that one out, saw it coming a mile away. And that will be a failed attempt. So the Connally Cadets lead this one 33-29. And we'll be right back after this message.
That's another cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
Texas Contracting Solutions is the premier name in Central Texas for select remodels and new construction efforts. With an extremely talented team, Texas Contracting Solutions can review your next project with evolving landscape of real estate in Waco. Whether you're looking to fix up your home before putting it on the market, looking to remodel a space in your home or business, Texas Contracting Solutions will help your plan every step of the way. Texas Contracting Solutions is committed to keeping your project on track, updating you on progress to bring to life your vision. Make sure you avoid any contractors in the area who do not manage with as much grace towards helping you understand as we do. Contact Texas Contracting Solutions today for your next project. Texas Contract Solutions, or email Mark at texascontractingsolutions.com or call him 254-424-1734.
Everything we do.
Following the kickoff return on the ensuing kickoff from the touchdown scored by Jam Vincent, 42-yard screen pass that regained the lead for the Connley Cadets, was a squib kick and downed at the 35-yard line, where the Academy Bumblebees will take over with about a minute 34 remaining in this third quarter of play. It is 33-29. Brody Allen back in at quarterback, and a run by Grissom. His ankle, foot, calf, whatever lower body injury seems to be doing much better. He is just coming off of an 18-yard touchdown run on the previous possession.
Put some dirt on it. That's what you do when you got the ankle, knee, calf, whatever. You put some dirt on it. But Grissom's back out there. He looks like he's 100%. He's going to finish this game. But the Cadets have got to figure out a way to stop the power run. I mean, that's a first down, and they get 9 yards.
Oh, yeah. And that's where Academy wants to live. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
in this third quarter, they've averaged, I would have to say, at least 7 yards per carry.
Definitely.
And here is a run by Brody Allen. Gets to the outside edge and gets enough for a first down near that 50-yard line. A little bit of extracurricular here on the other end of the field between C.J. Evans and, I believe, that is number 5, Vincent Williams.
Yeah, that young man has lost his helmet 6 times, I think. I've counted. It's the hair, I think.
Yeah, Vincent Williams has had his helmet off more than he's had his helmet on in this game.
Yeah.
First and 10 coming up. Academy very content with just running the ball, running clock, controlling time of possession, keeping the Connley offense off the field. And we saw why they were content with the explosiveness from the Connley Cadet offense and Jam Vincent after the 42-yard touchdown reception, and now trying to respond and retake the lead. Again, there's been 4 lead changes in this game, back and forth, and Academy, again, on another drive.
Yeah, since the third quarter started and Academy realized, hey, we're just going to run it right at them, I think the time of possession is 3-1. I mean, they've had the ball. They've driven the ball down the field. They're picking up anywhere from 6 to 8 yards every time they touch it. I mean, and they're eating the clock. That's where they want to be.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter of play. Connley leads it 33-29. When we come back, Academy will have the ball trying to regain that lead that they have lost here in the final quarter of play in week 1.
We do for you. First Central Credit Union says it's game on. Lower your monthly vehicle payments by refinancing your vehicle with First Central. Make it a winning season with refinancing set to your preferences. You decide the due date and frequency. Financed elsewhere? Save money with a new local game plan. Apply online today. We make it easy to score at firstcentralcu.com.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCUA.
Ideal MRI, we feel blessed to be a part of the Waco community. We're a small family business here in Central Texas. At times like these, the cost of health care has never been more important. And unfortunately, significant illness and injuries still occur. That's why Ideal MRI is open and here to serve you through this difficult time. If you need an MRI, ask your doctor about Ideal MRI. You can schedule online in minutes at idealmri.com or call 833-IDEAL-MRI. And please, remember to follow CDC guidelines and practice social distancing. Stay home, except for the essentials, and be safe. Together, we'll get through this.
This District 12 4A preview and scores is sponsored by First Central Credit Union. We have been serving the Waco area since 1937, striving to provide the best financial services for our members.
First and 10 following a first down run from the Academy Bumblebees, and now at about the 40-yard line inside Connley territory. And, you know, we talk about how fast the Connley Cadets can score. They probably had the ball maybe for a minute in that third quarter. They did get a touchdown out of it, but still, just because you scored fast, you're putting your defense right back out on the field, and your defense is exhausted.
They do look tired. They've got to get some sustaining drives, but I think what would help them is the defense is if they could get Academy off the field. Get 3 and out, and then Connally needs to get the ball, and like you said, get a sustaining drive. You know, move the ball down the field, and be able to kind of control the quarter, because Academy definitely controlled the third quarter.
Oh, most definitely. A time of possession, huge advantage for the Academy Bumblebees right now, trying to keep Connally off the field as much as they can. They've done a good job of doing that, but a quick flag here is going to push Academy back. And Coach Tycoon, he has been a little bit frustrated with the way his team has been making these mental mistakes here in the last, 5 minutes or so of gameplay.
Yeah, I think he saw what they could do coming out of half, and then it's like they stopped. I don't know if they.
Well, now they're shooting themselves in the foot.
There you go.
And they have an excellent opportunity to close this game out, control the rest of this game by avoiding mistakes that are self-inflicted. And now he's had to call timeouts, and they've had to stop play. And I think that was just the third timeout called by Academy.
I believe you're right. I mean, it's been a game of ebbs and flows. It's like Academy came out in the beginning, and I think they were trying to do too much. They figured it out, and then they started doing what they knew would work, and then they started shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah. So when you're going through those different changes, it is frustrating for the coach, because you know, hey, we're here. They found their sweet spot, but then they went past that. And they need to get that back.
If you're Connally right now, this is maybe your last-ditch effort to make a stop defensively in terms of causing a turnover on downs, a punt, what have you, before they get into scoring position. Because if they get another first down, it's 4-down territory for the rest of the drive.
Oh, definitely. Another first down, they're in no man's land, and they're just going to keep the ball and keep going.
2nd and 9. It's Hoffman with the snap, and he hands it off to Wilson. Wilson is downed after a gain of maybe 2 or 3 on the carry, and that'll set up 3rd and about 7 for the Bumblebees.
Vashawn Richardson read that play like a book. He shot to this corner. Had he not gotten there and made that play to keep him from hitting the corner right there, he probably would have gotten the first down or possibly even scored. He made that play just by skating down the line and keep it contained to keep that player from getting on the outside edge.
2 minutes has already gone by here in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes remaining in this ball game, and it's a one-possession game. Brody Allen scrambling around. Brody Allen trying to find a dump-off. He does, and it is going to be enough for a first down. What a second and third effort from the receiver, Wilson, and now a late flag and possibly a late hit that is going to negate this first down. This would be a huge change in the game if there's a flag Now, if it came after the play, the first down will stand. They'll just lose the yards.
Looks like that flag might be on a Connally cadet.
But if it is, it'll be an additional 15 yards.
I think that was on Vincent.
Set up the Academy Bumblebees in prime scoring position inside the 15-yard line if it is a personal foul against the Connally Cadets. They're huddling up in the middle of these two teams to deliberate what the call is going to be. It is going to be a foul against both teams. They will offset. And I believe the first down
should stand.
Will stand unless they want to replay the down. We'll see where it goes. Yep, first down for the Academy Bumblebees. 1st and 10 coming up. And what a play made by Brody Allen.
Well, yeah. They had him in the grasp, so to speak, in the backfield. He pulls away from that and just kept his eyes downfield and dumped it off.
Now, are you a fan of the alternating quarterback? I don't like it because I think it throws off the rhythm. However, these two quarterbacks, they step in one after the other, and it's like it's the same quarterback running the offense. It's almost like there's not a difference in the two.
To answer your question, no, I'm not a fan, but I can say that they have effectively made it work.
There's Grissom on the handoff up the middle, and he is pushed back, finally brought down, and unnecessary contact there made from the defense, and that is going to be an unnecessary roughness. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty tacked onto that 3-yard carry.
I didn't really see the violation there.
Well, there was the whistle had blown.
Okay.
Plenty of time ahead of, and then they still went by and tackled him late. It's hard to argue.
I didn't even hear it. I guess I don't know. It looked like it just was a play, but yeah. But yeah, well, they're not marking it up. Yep, you got it right.
So that's going to be another 15 yards, an automatic first down for Academy. And that has to be absolutely brutal for this defense as they take a long trek back into their own territory, into the red zone here now, and prime scoring position for Academy to retake this lead. They trail by 5, 29-33.
I think you're about to get a big dose of Grissom here.
They trail by 4. I beg your pardon. Math was wrong there. 1st and 10, and this is Grissom's time to shine.
Candyman.
There he is, and it is another run, but he is stuffed and fumbled it. Recovers his own fumble. Now, that is one thing that this defense has been consistently trying to do. They've got one strip on them. It resulted in a scoop and score touchdown for Jam Vincent on the outside. But there's been times where Brody Allen has put the ball on the turf. Grissom, that's now his second fumble. He recovers that one. Connley has seen something to where they're trying to be aggressive and ripping that ball out.
That's usually something you can do with runners that run extra hard, but you've got to make sure you've got teammates there that are trying to make the tackle.
Brody Allen keeping it upon himself, trying to get to that edge, trying to beat that man to the corner. It does momentarily, but good contain on the team defense for the Connally Cadets, only allowing maybe 2 or 3 yards from that scamper.
Brody Allen is showing a lot of speed and quickness. That young man, when he gets the ball and he heads to the sidelines, you got to get him there, because if you don't, he'll put his foot in the ground and he'll go up the field. And Connally, and that's the one thing that's kind of keeping this Academy Bumblebee offense, it's kind of keeping it balanced, because when you think they're going to hand it up and go right up the middle, Brody will take that thing and keep it and bounce it outside.
Brody Allen, I've been impressed with his playmaking ability. He'll be the senior next year and probably the lone quarterback if they're going to go that direction with him. Tackled on the run play. That's Adrian Hernandez, who has done an excellent job all game long at the linebacker spot. You know, you replace one great linebacker last year with a new one this year. Just a plethora of talent at that position, like a rotating door for this Connally Cadet defense.
You know, it's almost like Connolly's becoming linebacker HS, maybe?
not you.
Not you. Yeah, they really have shown the the talent to produce some really good linebackers. They've got a lot of speed and a lot of quickness and strength, but they don't have the size that they need.
Fourth down, going to the end zone, tipped away. C.J. Evans makes the stop, nearly had the interception, but C.J. Evans on the defensive side of the ball comes away with the first stop here in the second half for the Connally Cadet defense, and it could not have come at a more opportune time.
That right there is a big-time play. Maybe he catches it in the end zone and they get it out to the 20-yard line, but either way, they get the ball back. They needed a stop there, and they got it, so now that offense has got to go on a run.
Well, and here's the thing about this offense. It's more important, in my opinion, to run some clock and give your defense a break.
Yeah.
And wear out this academy defense more so than it is to even score.
So we need to see Ford. We need to see Ford pushing the ball down the field. We need to maybe spread out, use the screens. I would spread this field out, and I would make them guard all my players.
I think Vashawn Richardson probably has some fresh legs himself, and I'd like to see him maybe get some carries. I think C.J. Evans just took a snap from quarterback, and now here is a late flag, and that comes from Ty Kuhn. That could be an unnecessary roughness following the whistle and a 15 additional yards tacked on to the end of that run.
I think it's safe to say it's getting a little chippy out there. We've had three personal foul type penalties here in the last few minutes. Both these teams really want to get this win, and this is becoming a pretty good little battle.
So we'll deliberate here with the officiating crew to see what the call is going to be, and they're going to wave it off. So no penalty there against Academy.
It's always been a question of mine. Like, if you saw something and threw the flag, what did you see?
Unless you just let the other guy say, "Oh no,
it wasn't me." Oh, okay. I've always been curious. I saw that. I threw it, but somebody else can tell you didn't see that. Okay, my bad.
Sounds good to me. Not going to argue with you.
It's that Jedi mind trick.
You get away with a lot if you were a coach and you had that ability. Second down, about 5 to go. This is a big drive for the Connally Cadets, just time possession-wise. Need to get something going. And immediately pressured, Kaufman tries to scramble, gets away from the pressure. Now he's running, and he's going to get down, and he's still fighting for extra yardage. Got to be careful and have that ball security. He is going to gain maybe 2 yards. Again, making something out of nothing. It looked like he could have been sacked for a loss of 6 on that play. Would have absolutely destroyed the drive. Instead, gains 2 yards on the scramble.
That was a great. He noticed the pressure. He felt the pressure. He got out of there, and he picked up enough yards to get him to 3rd and 1. That's actually pretty impressive running for Kaufman.
Kaufman handing it up the middle, this time to Braden Ford. He has enough for a first down. That will extend this drive. A much-needed first down for this Connally Cadet offense.
Gets them out of the shadows of their own their end zone down there. Now your playbook opens up a little bit more. You can do a little bit more things. They've got to protect the quarterback. If they're going to get the ball out to these playmakers, they've got to protect the quarterback, and they've got to go to their strength, which is putting the balls in the hands of the playmakers.
And if I'm Kaufman, I'm not snapping this ball until that play clock hits about 2. He snapped it there around 14. There's Braden Ford making a man miss, and now Braden Ford's off to the races. Is anybody going to track him down? They do. They get onto him, but he's down at about the 20-yard line. What a run from the senior running back.
Now what you do with Ford is you pull him out and you put Richardson in and you do the same thing. That was a great run. He saw the hole. They're putting the pressure on. They're spreading out the defense, and the holes are opening up naturally. You got a lot of natural holes when you spread that defense out, and you got all these players that they've got to guard. That was a great play call by Coach Garrick, and they need to keep the pressure going and run a little clock.
50-yard run by Braden Ford, and now Vashawn Richardson coming in on the backfield to spell him out. And they're going to do a screen pass to Jam Vincent. He gets pushed out of bounds, got pushed out late. If he was a quarterback, that probably was going to be a flag, but he changed his position to wide receiver, so now it's a legal hit.
You're right about that. They bubble wrap those quarterbacks.
They sure do. Second down after about a yard on that play. goes out of bounds, momentarily stops the clock. I think that is your biggest enemy right now.
Yeah, they really do need the clock to run. I think they're figuring out that they don't need to go fast, but they just need to be productive.
Jam Vincent in motion here, and he's going to hand it off on the end around. There's a flag on the play. Jam Vincent has enough room to get into the end zone but hold everything. This one could be coming back. Hold your excitement because there's a flag as soon as the ball was snapped.
I think we got motion. Illegal motion.
Yeah. On the offense, and this one is not going to stand as a touchdown. That would have been Jam Vincent's 4th touchdown. He has a defensive touchdown and 2 offensive touchdowns. He has 2 receiving touchdowns and a scoop and score on the defensive side.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking 3, but yeah, I forgot about the scoop and score.
What a night for Jam Vincent here in
and
week 1.
He caused that. He pulled it. He popped it out and took it down the
5.5 minutes remaining in this ball game, and the Connally Cadets lead it 33-29. No points here in the fourth quarter so far. Kaufman scrambling around, trying to make something out of nothing. Academy fans wanting a holding there. I thought the offensive lineman let go right at the right time, but good pressure made from the defensive lineman. That was Deuce Nabors.
That young man has actually been having a pretty good game.
That defensive tackle in the middle.
He really has been. Number 77 for Academy. He's been
early
all
movement
over.
there, but Kaufman's going to go into the end zone, double covered, and that's going to be picked off. But there's going to be a flag. That's got to be pass interference from the cornerback, and that is going to give the Connally Cadets an automatic first down.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy one.
I'm no referee. I have no training, but I could call that one from up here in my
That
seat.
was a pretty easy one. I mean, the young man was just running, looking up for the ball, and he just
you get face guarded. But that's the type of talent that Jam Vincent possesses, and the type of fear that he strikes in defensive backs is because, man, you're going one-on-one. The only thing that you feel like you can do is hit him and break up the path that he has to the ball because he's probably going to come down with it.
I agree with that. And once Connally figures out how to give their quarterback time to allow that to happen, then they're going to be a dangerous offense because you've got weapons all over the field.
Let's run the ball here. That's going to be a run to Vashawn Richardson, and Richardson's going to get maybe 2 yards out of that carry. But the best thing about that is that it keeps the clock running.
True. They're inside the 10 here, so, I mean, they can't get a first down, but, I mean, running clock, like you said, is the most important thing they can do. If this takes 2 or 3 minutes to get a score, I think Connally would benefit from that.
And you got to run this play clock down to 0 or at least to 1 before you get the snap off. Take every second you possibly can away from the Academy Bumblebees offense and trying to turn this thing around. Got to snap it. Got to snap it. Not even paying attention to the clock. That is an issue. Now, I did say on accident, you got to snap this thing at 0 seconds. Well, they didn't even get the snap off at 0 seconds, but that is a delay game penalty. And Caden Kaufman, talking to some of his skill guys, whether that be Jam Vincent or Vashawn Richardson, of the pre-snap motion on that play, there had to have been some type of miscommunication there.
At that point, you've got to just snap the ball. You don't really want to call a timeout there because you've already used, 1 or 2?
Yeah.
But
they've got 2 timeouts remaining, Connally does. I think Academy's out. And a run from Braden Ford. He is stuffed right there, and that'll make it 3rd down and about 12 from the goal line. Again, Connally cannot get the first down here, but still running time off the clock with Academy with 0 timeouts. They're at the mercy of the Connally Cadet offense.
I think the coaches picked up on what you were saying as far as running clock because they're sending the play in late, but the quarterback's got to pay attention to that play clock.
Man in motion, it's C.J. Evans. And now Kaufman getting hit and is sacked. He's brought down. On the play there was number 0, Elijah Lavin. And there is a flag on the field.
There's an extracurricular there, Tanner. I think that might go against the Bumblebees.
If it's going to go against Academy, that could be a new set of downs. An automatic first down for the Connley Cadets, if so. Personal foul against the Connley Cadets. So there's a little extracurricular against Connley. And instead of it being in a manageable field goal range, you're now getting pushed out of field goal range. And you're going to have to possibly go for this just to waste some time.
Yeah. Because you've got to look at the fact you can't you can't punt it here. But you do need the clock to run.
I think you punt.
Pooch it.
I think you punt. You try to coffin corner it. You try to get them in their 5-yard line, and you try to work with that.
Because it's what 4th and goal, right?
Yeah,
I
think even them getting the ball at the 20-yard line is better than not converting here and giving it to them on the 35. Even if you punt it out of the end zone.
Yeah, you pooch it. The quarterback's got to pooch it.
I mean, you still have a lead here, but it's only a one-possession game. It's 29-33. And I think a timeout to discuss this with Coach Garrett is the right thing to do right here. You got 3 minutes, 24 seconds left. When we come back, we'll have our answer from Coach Garrett in the sideline with the play call.
That's another Cadet touchdown, brought to you by Views Home Waco. Now building in Robinson and Lorena, these beautiful, energy-efficient homes offer modern designs, open floor plans, and family-friendly prices, all from a builder you can trust. Don't miss your chance to find your perfect fit close to home. Call 254-602-4737 to learn more. View Homes Waco, building life's greatest view.
And the punt team is out. I think Coach Garrett's got our stream running because he's been listening to me for the first time.
You know what? I think you're right.
I've been calling these games for Connley for 4 years. I think it's the first time I've ever suggested something and Coach Garrett actually followed through with it.
All night you've been calling it.
Maybe
bud.
I'm just getting a good feel for this team after so many years. And that is going to be a pooch punt. Stop, and it is inside the 5-yard line. What a play made by the special teams. All night long, the special teams has been the speed bump in front of the Connley Cadets from running a smooth game, and it is special teams that could possibly flip this game on its head and win this thing for the Connley Cadets, pinning them back inside their own 5-yard line with 3:13 remaining.
Couldn't have asked for a better punt in this situation. You've got, 3 minutes left in the game here. You've got to get a defensive stand.
Alan Martinez-Tellez, got to give him props on that one. That was one of the better plays tonight from either side of the football, but coming from the special teams unit, you're now making the Academy Bumblebees drive it 96 yards to take the lead and try to win this thing with just over 3 minutes to play. A handoff up the middle. That's Grissom. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And Connley's defense trying to stiffen up.
They've got to hold that line because they're going to run between the tackles. They started that when they came out in the third quarter, and it worked. As the game has progressed, Connley has stiffened up a little bit. They've got to keep this defense going right here and get them off the field.
Remember, no timeouts for Academy, and it's tipped but still caught. And they're going to say it's a completed pass. I think his toe is in.
You think so?
I absolutely do.
All right. You got a better angle on that.
Third down and about 4 to go.
You used to live kind of down this way, didn't you?
Well, my parents live about 2 minutes away.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
See,
but I had no affiliation with Academy. I went to Belton High School.
You look like your eyes are green, Tanner.
No, well, that's just because I like money. They don't call me Money Tan for nothing. Nobody calls me that. Third down, about 4 to go. And it is Grissom on the outside carry, hurdles over the defender, makes a big tackle. I think he's right at that line to gain. I think they're going to give him enough for the first down.
Was that Hernandez that filled that gap?
That was a big hit there.
He turned him around.
Sure did.
Turned him around.
First time all night we saw Grissom actually move backwards.
Exactly. Yeah, that was a good tackle there.
But here's the best thing about that. Connolly's okay with them with 5-yard runs.
Mm-hmm.
Let this clock run.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in no hurry. They're huddling up. There's 15 seconds left on the play clock. I mean, from that play to this play, there's been at least 20 seconds go off the clock.
Exactly.
Another pass. And down goes Hoffman.
Needed it.
Big time sack there from the junior. That is Darian Scott coming from the edge with a huge play.
They're coming up with the plays they need when they need them right now. Connley needed these plays. They need this clock to run, and they need to make the plays. Don't give up anything big. Keep everything in front.
Connley making a substitution for an injured player, so a momentary stoppage in the clock. It stops right at 2 minutes, and they'll take this time to huddle up a little bit now. And so I guess Connley is just going to use a full timeout. Let's go ahead, take it with them. We'll be back. 2-minute warning when we return.
For more than 70 years, Community Bank and Trust has established a strong legacy of care and trust. Time and technology have changed. Checking and savings accounts haven't gone away. We still provide home loans, business loans, and personal loans. And we also offer state-of-the-art digital banking options. In a world where banking can feel impersonal, we still believe in one-on-one personal care. Community Bank and Trust, a legacy of dependability.
Member FDIC.
Down in about a mile. And a quick hitter falls incomplete. And it'll set up third down and about 15 for the Bumblebees of Academy. And they have got 2 plays to get down to the 24-yard line and extend this drive to give them a chance to win here tonight in front of their home crowd.
Junior Elijah Amos made that play happen, man. He blew through that line, and I mean, if he had been a second sooner, he would have sacked the quarterback, but he hit him right as he threw the ball. And, I mean, he didn't stand a chance.
A minute 57, third down, and about 16 to go. A missed communication there between running back and quarterback got hit. Hoffman drilled by the defense, and Grissom and Hoffman collided in the backfield, threw the rhythm off of that entire play, and now here comes fourth down and about 8 to go.
This is your play. This is your play right here. They got to get them off the field here, and then they can run clock.
Oh, they just knee it out, and that's game. So fourth down in the game here for the Academy Bumblebees. If they do not convert, they have no timeouts to stop the Connley Cadets, and all they have to do is knee this thing out and take the nice victorious ride home to Waco. Hoffman rolls out. Hoffman launches it. Not a receiver in sight. That is going to do it, and this game is over. The Connley Cadets get the fourth down stop they needed, and they will knee this thing out and start the season 1-0.
The defense stepped up when they needed it, but I honestly think that it was that special teams play with the punt team to get that ball down inside the 5 when they were moving the ball but started going backwards. That right there, and then for that defense to come up and do what they did here late in the game, you know, that they're showing that, you know what, they can put this thing together.
They have plenty to work on.
Oh,
but
plenty.
You come away week 1 with a win. You can't be anything but excited and happy about the results on the field. You saw a lot of good things from this Connley offense. The effect of the passing game with Caden Kaufman in the first half, and the deep ball threat that you have with Katie Linville, and the deep ball that you have with Jan Vincent, this offense is going to look different than what we've seen in previous years.
It's going to look different, yeah, than what we've seen for a while at Connley, because they've always had the athletes, but maybe they just weren't putting them in the right. You know, you've got the puzzle pieces, but they're not fitting. I think what they've got going here, after seeing some film, after seeing a game against a team other than themselves, I think they may be able to take what they've got from tonight and really grow on that.
And the second knee down, and that is going to do it for tonight's game. The Connally Cadets win this one 33-29, and it was a hard-fought battle. I think after a game like this that was so physical and so won on the line of scrimmages, you got to respect your opponent even more than ever. I mean, that Academy team, I think they are going to have a very fun season here for the Academy Bumblebees.
I agree with that. These guys play up. This is the second year that they've played up, and it's been a good game both times. In fact, last year was the first time I remember seeing Academy, and I had to check to see what division they were in. I wasn't sure if they were 4A or what. This Bumblebee team is showing a lot of potential. They've got a lot of talent. They're physical. They will run right at you. So with that being said, they took the L tonight, but I can see them beating a lot of people.
Yeah, the Connally Cadets found themselves with an 11-point lead going into the second half. They lost that lead to Academy after scoring 14 straight in the third quarter. And then the Connally Cadets had one final blow. That also came late in the third quarter going into the fourth. A Vincent 42-yard touchdown catch. No points were scored after that. The defense held strong.
That's what you want to see. You want to see that. You want to see progression as the game goes on, as the season goes on. You want to see the things. I did, like I said earlier, I did like the way that, because we could see that the special teams, they were definitely their Achilles heel early on, but it was the special teams that kind of helped them seal this victory. It was the defense, which was kind of their Achilles heel, because Academy came out in that third quarter when Connally had the potential to really kind of get this game and take control of it. The defense came out here and did what they had to do to get it back under control. So we did see them progress and fix some of the issues that they had in the first half.
The Connally Cadets travel on the road to get the first win of the season coming in week one. You can't go undefeated unless you don't win that first one, and that's exactly what they've done here tonight. 1-0 to start the year for your Connally Cadets. We'll take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our post-game show brought to you by Texas State Technical College in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
Texas Contracting Solutions is the premier name in Central Texas for select remodels and new construction efforts. With an extremely talented team, Texas Contracting Solutions can review your next project with evolving landscape of real estate in Waco. Whether you're looking to fix up your home before putting it on the market, looking to remodel a space in your home or business, Texas Contracting Solutions will help your plan every step of the way. Texas Contracting Solutions is committed to keeping your project on track, updating you on progress to bring to life your vision. Make sure you avoid any contractors in the area who do not manage with as much grace towards helping you understand as we do. Contact Texas Contracting Solutions today for your next project. Texas Contract Solutions, or email Mark at texascontractingsolutions.com or call him 254-424-1734.
Pizza, burgers, and Bears football. There's no place around Waco that serves them all other than Bubba's 33. Come show your green and gold and enjoy some of Waco's best food and beverages while watching your favorite team, the Bears. When real Bears fans get hungry, Bubba's 33 is the #1 spot for ice-cold drinks, hand-stretched, stone-baked pizzas, and bacon-infused burgers. Join us for indoor or patio dining. Bubba's 33, Waco's restaurant and proud supporter of Baylor Bears football. Sick 'em, Bears.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
This Connally Cadets broadcast on 107.9 The Bull and 365 Sports is presented by American Bank, Texas Contracting Solutions, Texas State Technical College, Bubba's 33, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine, and the Connally Athletic Booster Club.
To the Texas State Technical College postgame show right here on Rogue Sports Network, Signal 365, 107.9 The Bull, wherever you may be listening. We are there to provide you this entertainment. It is a Connally Cadet win to start the season off 1-0. Coach Terry Garrick has an excellent track record in opening week games, and he has yet to lose one for the Connally Cadets starting in week one. Starts off 1-0 here tonight, a 33-29 victory. Got 33-29 in a very strange way. It didn't come in your traditional scoring senses, but it was a fun one here tonight. A lot to look back on, a lot in terms of reviewing the tape, whether that be for Academy or Connally. And, you can hone in on a lot of good that happened. You can also hone in on a lot of mistakes that happened tonight.
Typical week one game.
Yep, absolutely.
Or week zero, however whatever you want to call it.
Something to build on.
Yeah, definitely. But like we were saying earlier, they've got tape now. They've got film. They can see what they need to work on. We definitely know that the special teams need a little bit of work. They can see what their potential superstars can do out there, having a quarterback, and you've got all these weapons on either side of him, running back, receivers. They can see what they can do. I truly believe that moving forward, this Connally Cadet team is going to show us some things that we hadn't seen before or hadn't seen in a long time.
Yeah, unfortunate news though. Your star left tackle, senior Daniel Hancock, on crutches, wrapped up his right leg right now. So that is something to monitor, something to ask Coach Garrick in terms of his progress, the amount of time that he may or may not miss. And then also out of shoulder pads, also on crutches, star wide receiver, your junior, Katie Linville.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, could it be just a precautionary thing? Neither one of them looked like they were in a lot of pain, but, after the injuries there and they wrap it, you probably aren't. So we don't know. We're not going to speculate, but we did see both of those players on crutches, and they were not in the game late due to those injuries.
So just wanted to give everybody a quick update there. We did have a couple of injuries throughout the game. Obviously, we don't know the updates, but anyway, that's all we've got for you. A quick game recap for you. In the half, it was the Connally Cadets leading 27-16, and that third quarter was all Academy. All the momentum, dominated time of possession, came out of that halftime with a clear game plan, executed that clear game plan to perfection, getting 2 unanswered touchdowns, 14-0 run for the Academy Bees at the home team, retakes that lead. And all it took was one play from Jam Vincent to undo everything that they had done in that third quarter with a 42-yard touchdown catch to take the lead and the win 33-29. And Jam Vincent is going to be our Marco's Pizza Connally Cadets player of the game here for week one. He had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. He caught the season-opening touchdown, a 29-yard touchdown pass from Caden Kaufman. And then later on in the first half, late second quarter, Jam Vincent, a scoop and score strip fumble for 60 yards, returned for a touchdown. And then obviously that game-winning touchdown coming in the third quarter on the 42-yard screen pass.
Vincent actually had another touchdown that came back.
It was called back on it could have been 4 touchdowns total tonight, but he got 2 on the offense, 1 on the defense. what a way to make your mark here, your senior year, week 1.
Yeah, I think he's enjoying the fact that he doesn't have to call all the plays. He was able to get out there and just, hey, coach, just flip it to me every now and then. I'll show you what I can do. And then I can give you a little bit more on defense. I mean, I think that's a smart move by Coach Garrick. If you've got another capable person that can play quarterback, that can distribute the football to all these athletes that you have, then you need to put him out there and let him do it. So I think that helped him. But Jim Vincent definitely deserves the player of the game. Marco's Pizza, player of the game for the Connley Cadets, because he really went out there and he left it all on the field.
That's the fastest-growing pizza brand in America with 5 locations in Waco, including on Hewitt, Woodway, Marco's Pizza. Pizza lovers, get it. Let's go ahead, take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll give you a quick rundown as the other games going on within the district and within the area, and we'll wrap up the show.
Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics, the team physicians for Baylor Athletics, specializing in diagnosing and treatment of any and all sport-related injuries. Celebrating over 2 decades of service to Central Texas, they tackle all surgical and non-surgical problems that arise from an active lifestyle. Trust the doctors that Baylor trusts. And when injuries sideline you, don't wait for Monday. Join us at 8:30 on Saturday morning for a post-game injury evaluation clinic. Baylor Scott and White, Southwest Sports Medicine Orthopedics. We get you back in the game.
At Texas State Technical College, we believe when you invest in your future, you deserve results. That's why we're proud to offer our money-back guarantee program, where if you don't receive a job offer within 6 months after graduating, we'll refund your tuition. Now that's peace of mind. Visit tstc.edu for all the details. Texas State Technical College, home of the money-back guarantee.
Back to the Texas State Technical College post-game show, home of Money Back Guaranteed. And here is the district score update and the finals presented to you by First Central Credit Union. Let's go ahead and run through the district games happening in our area, starting with China Spring and Franklin. That just went final. China Spring 42, Franklin Lions 28. So another victory within District 12 in Class 4A Division 2. The Robinson Rockets also taking on a win tonight against West. Robinson 35, West Trojans 7. You've got Lorena currently losing by 1 possession. That game can still turn around. A really exciting game. Austin Regents 55, Lorena 48, and it just went final. So Austin Regents 55, Lorena 48. You also have the Taylor Ducks losing to the Gatesville Hornets. Gatesville 48, Taylor 15. Some other games happening within the area. Salado 45, Troy Trojans 42. About 11 minutes remaining in that fourth quarter, so a fun one happening there. Belton Tigers 14, Pflugerville 17. Granbury leading the Waco Lions 30-6 currently. University Trojans trailing to Keller Central 43-17. The Madisonville Mustangs lead Diboll 47-12. Actually, that game just went final as well. So Madisonville beats Diboll 47-12, and Midway with a big win over Westwood 56-19. Any other scores that you wanted to go over, Datron? Or
I don't see any more. I was trying to see what those Mart Panthers were doing, but I can't seem to pull them up. But they were down like 50-20 something last I checked.
Oh, yeah. Well, that one probably stayed about the same.
That's
so
a herder.
All right. Well, that is going to do it for tonight's broadcast. Again, thank you guys for stepping in, our production crew, and we've got Datron Brown on the call along with myself, Tanner Carlson. You've been listening to Connally Cadet Football on Rogue Sports Network, Sikkim 365 and 107.9 The Bull. We'll see you next week.
There are 26 letters in the alphabet, over 600,000 words in the dictionary, and just 3 of them said together can change everything. Let's order pizza. Those 3 words lead to dough made from scratch and 3 fresh signature cheeses that blanket golden crust in a heavenly melt on Marco's Pizza that'll blow your mind. So visit marcos.com to order and stop by Marco's Pizza in Belmead, China Spring, Woodway, and in Robinson. Marco's. Pizza lovers get it.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
In Texas, there's pea-size hail and baseball-size hail. Guess which one hit our house? We didn't even know where to begin, but we called our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent, and he was so reassuring. He knew exactly what to do to get our house back into shape and our lives back to normal. Now, we're even more thankful for the roof over our heads.
Stop by and see our agents at one of our 3 McLennan County locations.
Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by...
At Sturdy Steel, we build more than grandstands and press boxes. We build the spaces where communities come together. Based in Texas and serving communities nationwide, we're proud of our reputation for dependable, high-quality work and strong client relationships that stand the test of time. From concept to installation, our team of skilled drafters, welders, and installers takes pride in delivering seating solutions designed to last. With a focus on dependability, transparency, and service, we are here to make the unique needs of architects, contractors, schools, and venues across the country. We ensure every project is seamless, sturdy, and ready for generations of fans to enjoy. That's Sturdy Steel. This is Connally Cadets Football. Here's Tanner Carlson and Dee Brown.
Hi, I'm Mark Stewart with Berg Colgin Ford. It's that time of year. It's football season. Berg Colgin Ford is a proud supporter of Connley High School football. BK Ford is proud to sell the #1 truck in Texas, the F-Series truck, led by our leading rusher, the F-150, 47 years in a row. Come see the largest showroom in Texas and experience better at Berg Colgin Ford.
Touchdown for the holidays with First Central Credit Union. This is Joe Betsy Tyler reminding you to use the equity in your home to get your place holiday ready. Tackle debt consolidation or score a big ticket item. It's the perfect play for a festive homecoming. Apply online at firstcentralcu.com and kick off your winning season. Everything we do for you.
Some restrictions apply. Equal housing lender. Member NCUA.
Pizza, burgers, and Bears football. There's no place around Waco that serves them all other than Bubba's 33. Come show your green and gold and enjoy some of Waco's best food and beverages while watching your favorite team, the Bears. When real Bears fans get hungry, Bubba's 33 is the #1 spot for ice-cold drinks, hand-stretched, stone-baked pizzas, and bacon-infused burgers. Join us for indoor or patio dining. Bubba's 33, Waco's restaurant and proud supporter of Baylor Bears football. Sick 'em, Bears.
At Casa Olé, we're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973. We've been committed to quality and fresh ingredients used in the daily preparation of our menu items. Celebrate with us as we enjoy appetizers, Tex-Mex favorites, enchiladas, burritos, and tacos. You can order online or pick up your favorites at Casa Olé. Takeout, delivery, catering, or enjoy the atmosphere of Casa Olé, serving delicious Mexican food for over 50 years. 725 North Loop 340 in Belmead or at CasaOlé.com.
This Connally Cadets broadcast on 107.9 The Bull and 365 Sports is presented by American Bank, Texas Contracting Solutions, Texas State Technical College, Bubba's 33, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Baylor Scott & White, Southwest Sports Medicine, and the Connally Athletic Booster Club.
At Casa Ole, we're proud to celebrate serving our guests delicious Tex-Mex specialties since 1973. We've been committed to quality and fresh ingredients used in the daily preparation of our menu items. Celebrate with us as we enjoy appetizers, Tex-Mex favorites, enchiladas, burritos, and tacos. You can order online or pick up your favorites at Casa Ole, takeout, delivery, catering, or enjoy the atmosphere of Casa Ole, serving delicious Mexican food for over 50 years. 725 North Loop 340 in Belmead, or at CasaOle.com.
Hi, I'm Dana Hassel, President and CEO of American Bank. Waco is a great place for business, and for more than 70 years, American Bank has been the bank for business. We continue to invest in our growing community with state-of-the-art branches conveniently located to serve you within minutes. Our experienced bankers, lenders, and decision makers work directly with business owners like you every day, providing tailored solutions, timely answers, and local insights face-to-face. Schedule a meeting with one of our bankers today and find out what makes American Bank the bank for your business. Member FDIC.
Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus. With their quick solutions and expert advice on batteries, key fobs, and phone repair, Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge. This is Connally Cadets Football. Here's Tanner Carlson and Dee Brown.